Yeah.
Okay, here comes
Are
the
you
letter
ready?
from Mr. Hero.
So Mr. Hero has very kindly finally sent me my box. He didn't finally send it. He sent it ages ago, but it just took a long time to get it because it's coming from America.
Yeah.
Name checks out, by the way, Mr.
Coming from
Hero.
America, and it cost him cash. Cost him a lot of cash. Anyway, this is what he had to say. So he said, "Welcome to Team Stuart.
Yeah, Team Stu.
As you might recall, I am founder and CEO of Awesome Inc. You have been selected to be the artist in residence. You are the official, the awesome DJ. I'm liking this so far.
Yeah.
The job doesn't pay anything, but you will have access to our benefits. Ask Duke. American healthcare system is very complicated.
Yes, it is.
If you choose to use your awesome benefits, you do have to jump through some hoops. Ask Duke again. We only use Doctors Oz. Dr. Oz? You know what Dr. Oz is?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
We only use Dr. Oz. How can we afford him? Well, currently he is unemployed. I just can't really afford him. But he did have a medical show for a while. The first thing you need to do is Google your symptoms. Once you have identified what you might have, next step is to look on YouTube, put the possible disease you may have, and add Dr. Oz's name to the search, and see if he covered it on an episode of his show.
Also, WebMD is a good resource as well.
If Dr. Oz talks about what you might have, hopefully there is an over-the-counter medication. If not, don't worry. He'll like to pitch you possible cures and an all-cure miracle pill. It should cost about $19.99. Dr. Oz has only been sued in court a few times for mis-selling and misleading the public on diet pills, and he was paid to sponsor. If you don't like the results of watching his show and want a second opinion, redo the YouTube search, but this time remove Dr. Oz's name and hopefully someone else has a better answer. But remember, real medication is very expensive, or at least it is here in America.
Yep.
The last option for you is an Our Thoughts and Prayers benefit, but undoubtedly there is a really high deductible fee for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for your patience. I should have mailed this weeks ago, but I got a case of the lazies. I'm a very time-poor person. I work 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. That is a lot of hours, isn't it? 14
It is
hours
a lot of work.
I enjoy your DJ mixing. The best part of your mixes is that I can set it and forget it. I am not allowed to use my phone whilst driving. They are long enough where I don't have to mess with finding the next track. My biggest regret is not listening to your music sooner. Oh, God, I'm liking this all the time. I made a video where I call this is my serial killer list. The last name on my list is Chinny. Hashtag 3fan Steven. You know who 1 and 2 are, lol. AKA Mr. Hero. So there you go. So that was it.
Thank you, Mr. Hero. We love you, buddy.
We love you, buddy. Thank you, Mr. Hero.
I am not wearing a Mr. Hero shirt today, but
I am. I've got one on.
Stu is. And we love the fact that you sent us that cool stuff, so thank you.
I'm actually freezing. I thought I'd have to put it on, you know, as we're doing the show where we're talking about Mr. Hero, but it's bloody... I've got nipple erections here, can I just say?
Nobody wants to hear about your nipple erections.
Your nipple erections
You could
give
also
me
wear...
normal erections.
I know.
You could always wear like a overshirt, some sort of hoodie over your shirt, and then just show it when it's time to show it. And then
well, no, I don't have no bloody open hoodie. I only have like over the head ones where you can't really see.
It's time to get an open zip up hoodie. Those are fun.
No, I don't want no zip up shit.
Let's not tell each other what clothes to get.
I just want to stick it over my head. Right,
I'm trying to help you out. You said you're freezing. I'm trying to give you some suggestions.
Are we streaming? I don't even know we were streaming. Are we
streaming? We're streaming.
Fuck it out.
It's fucking 9:10, Stu.
I know it is.
Yeah, it's time to start. We got a lot to talk about this week. Are we ready?
There's only so many megabits on the internet that we're allowed to have.
That's right. We used up 6 of ours.
I know, indeed. They better do the intro music because we haven't even done that yet.
Well,
let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Here it comes, baby. Here comes the intro music.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers.
Hey, what happened?
Jimmy, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you play this week.
Can we cut the condescending crap and play the game?
Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
Your lips look like crispy big space.
It's the veteran gamers.
I shoot birds at the airport. Everybody hates birds,
It's
right?
the veteran gamers. Yeah, boy.
Boring.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat. Y'all.
How do you know
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hello and welcome to the episode 679 of the Veteran Gamers. I don't know why I said it. Well, that was a bit weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, you said it a bit weird.
679.
The
You were
episode
about
of
to say
the
this is the Game of the
679.
Year show.
I know, I should have said
What?
that. That would have been a lot easier.
That's okay.
than,
It's
you know.
both.
Usually you get
679 and the Game of the Year
interrupted
show.
by Duke.
I
but,
know. I
like,
think that's
you
what
didn't.
threw me. I was
You
waiting
didn't,
for it.
and
Hey,
then-
what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what
I
was
got a
happening.
sound clip for that actually.
Let me talk. I am talking. Will you let me talk? Can I talk for once?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
It's from 30
Yeah.
Rock.
I think that's what was happening
welcome.
there. I think I was distracted by the fact I wasn't distracted. if that
See,
makes
I've
any
messed
sort
you
of
up. Now
sense.
you don't know what to think.
I know, because I'm waiting for
I'm
some
in your head,
bloody
Lemon.
shit sound clip to come on just as I'm about to speak, and then nothing happened. I don't know. It's fucking me up. Fucking me up, man.
Uh-huh.
Honestly.
You can't
Gee.
say fuck on the internet, Stu.
Who says? Look, we've got an adult
Barack
rating on our
Obama.
show.
I am
It's
both
fine.
fucking you up and pissing you off.
Pissing me off.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
If
Anyway, how are
anybody,
you
by the way, if
guys?
anybody listening hasn't heard that original whole song, you're missing out, man. You got to
Yeah,
find
yeah.
that. I don't know how you'd find it, but it's
That
out
was
there
when like
somewhere.
apps, like we had apps that could auto tune, and it was all
Auto
new,
tune apps.
and it was like,
Yeah.
wow, this is amazing. And
This
Let's
one I
make
got-
songs with
It's when I got the
auto-tune.
yellow light of death on my
That was the yellow light of death.
PS3.
yeah, my
PS3.
yeah,
Back in
PS3.
the
Yeah, it was
day.
a PS3. I need to say
That's
PS4. then.
right.
Well, my brother
Yeah,
sent
yeah,
me my brother sent me an article today on the Metro saying that people that stand up their PS5s, they're more likely to break because the way
Nice.
the soldering melts if it
Yeah, just stuff falls off, does it, if you have it
Yeah.
like that way up?
So
just bits
apparently
fall off it.
mine's standing up now, but it hasn't been on tonight. So you should be lying your PS5
Shouldn't be standing up. Sounds like you should be lying it down.
should be on its
Lying
back.
me
Let me
down.
see.
Yeah.
Uh,
To answer your question, Stu, I'm generally okay, but my head hurts. I don't know. I just think I've been overdoing it a little
Aw.
bit with all the revelries. So I'm
Oh, the
trying to-
revel. Well, getting pissed, you mean?
Yeah, playing Rocket League, listening to really loud music, and dancing around.
Oh, yeah, that's what you want to do. I'm liking that.
Duchess
That
was
sounds
like, "Hey,
good
what's
fun.
up, dance party?" She texted me from upstairs. 'Cause I
Oh,
being
was
a little bit-
this on New Year's Eve?
No, this was today.
Oh, right, okay. What were you listening to
Yeah.
today then?
It was the
We're a
Anna
video game
Luno
show, we'll get
Born
to video
Dirty
game.
mix.
See, I didn't even catch that because Chini were talking over you. Who does that?
I
on
don't
this
want to
show?
remind you that we're doing a show or anything. I just
Shut up, you. So what were you
Let
listening
me
to
talk.
again,
I am
dude?
talking. Will you let me talk? Can I talk for once?
Exactly. Go for it,
Anna
dude.
Luno. Anna
Right, go on.
Luno. Anna Luno and Born Dirty. Look it up, people. It's a great
Okay.
mix. They have a
Anna
part
Luno,
around 40
Born
minutes
Dirty.
where it's like, and the zoom, zoom, and the zoom, zoom. You are the motherfucking shit. It's great.
Yeah, it sounds a bit sweary. Which one?
You're
Which
the one who
which?
swore first on this show.
Well, I guess I did. Which was the one you listened to with lit in it? You know, lit. Gonna get
We
lit.
lit.
on.
We
We
lit.
We're lit.
That's from the
That was a
Isn't
good
that
mix.
from the? I think that's from the Life is Strange mix.
No, oh,
Or maybe that's the
No, it
other
wasn't.
Anna Luno Miha mix.
I think it might have been.
I think it might be.
'Cause I think you sent
so
a
anyway,
link.
Anna Luno's a great DJ, but something about her pairing up with Miha and then her pairing up with Born Dirty, it's just magnificent. So
Oh, it's just like
Yeah.
a collision of stuff.
awesome DJ-ness.
There you go.
Yeah, if you were to team up with her, it would be even more
Oh,
awesome.
it'd be just amazing.
Back to
and just
back, No
amazing.
Clue and Anna Luno.
See, that works. I think
Yeah.
personally.
All right, who's got
My
a story
favorite time. It's story time.
I don't know.
I guess nobody.
No, I got nothing.
No, we've no time for stories.
We have
It's
Darren,
been a pretty hectic week for me. I'll tell you that.
Darren, Luke, and Fraser in the chat. Oi oi.
Oi oi,
Hey.
Savaloy.
That we know of. I mean, they're only only ones who've
Well,
spoken up. in the
there's other people in the chat.
Fine,
Yet. They
watch.
haven't spoke. The dirty.
Yeah, there is.
Pervs.
So, is everybody ready? Have you got your special
yeah, it's all right here in my notebook.
Special game.
The
How
Simpsons
are we
notebook
doing
that a
this?
friend of mine gave me.
How were we doing this, Chinny? You sorted all this shit out last year. I have no idea.
I think, having given it plenty of thought, by
So
that
much
I mean, in the last 10 seconds I've been speaking,
5 seconds of thought.
I think we should do 5,
Oh shit!
like your top 5. So the
5,
5,
5, 5.
yeah, 5, like 5, and then one of your funny categories, and then 4, and then one
Yep,
of your funny.
yep.
3, and then one.
It's
of-
exactly what I
Oh,
was thinking.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting
that
there.
right?
I
We've
think
agreed
I'm
2
good.
against 1. That's how we're
I've
doing
got chocolates. I just dropped them all
it.
over
We
the
saw
place.
you clawing into the box.
I know.
Some
Look,
people
it's
like
huge.
to get their snacks
Look.
ready off camera.
Look, look, it's one of those Quality Street pick your own ones. So I've got green triangles, which are like praline. So these are quite tasty.
This isn't ASMR, Duke.
Everything's ASMR if you say it right.
Mm.
Zebra cakes, little Debbie zebra cakes.
Yeah.
There we go. This is what
People
people
have beer
shoot in
goggles.
for,
I
you
got
know.
zebra cake goggles. All right, so
They
who's
really
going first
don't,
with their
Stu. They
fifth
really don't.
game of the year?
Jolly him.
I'll go
GOTY5.
first.
Go on, go.
I'll kick these things off. I do have a rule though. I did think of this rule.
What's that?
Duke, do you have some sort of like minute timer or 2-minute timer?
Minute?
I can keep a 2-minute timer going. Yes. Although I mean, in some instances, like we don't want an individual to go on for too long, but I think having a general discussion about games can be useful. So I'll have a 2-minute timer ready.
What
as
with
soon as you start
discretion?
talking.
Don't want to bang on about these games too long. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 5th game of the year. I honestly thought this was going to be my first game of the year,
Oh, okay.
What?
but it's now. And I did the maths. Did the math,
Okay.
as the Americans say.
Yeah.
It turned out it was my 5th, and
Ah.
this
You loved
is
it, but there were other games you loved even more.
correct.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Okay.
And this game is Power Wash Simulator.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you love this shit, didn't you? You love
I do.
dirty. I didn't even
He's
put that
playing
in
it
my
right now,
list.
probably.
No, I'm not. I'm not playing it right now. I
Okay.
can't guarantee for
I
that,
also
though.
did not have it on my list, but I see the appeal and I recognize that a lot of people really love it.
I had this sort of weird relationship with this game where I played it sort of ironically, and then
Yeah.
I was like, I hate it. I hate it. It's such a waste of time. And Power Wash Simulator has basically made me change my relationship with video games. Like,
Interesting.
because, like, essentially, this game feels like a waste of time. You know, you're just washing stuff. However, then you go, well, every game's a waste of time. Like
Right, I was gonna say.
everything's meaningless, and all, like, every
Yeah.
video game you play is a distraction.
I suppose
from,
there could be a video game where you learn another language that wouldn't be.
well,
a
like,
waste
or
of
you
time in that
learn
sense.
things. I suppose, right? But
Right.
you know, really, like video games.
Most video games.
most video games are
95%
just
of
sort
them
of
are,
like
total waste of time.
mundane.
But it's
escapism.
leisure, you know. Like, is hiking useful? Not really.
So,
I mean, it's not.
what I mean is, the answer doesn't matter. This Power Wash Simulator made me think of this, right? It put me on
Yeah,
this
sure.
train of thought. And then ultimately,
Yeah.
I came to the conclusion of, you know what? I'm fucking enjoying it. And this
There
is,
you
Power Wash Simulator is basically an adult colouring book, right? That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's a colouring
Yeah.
book, and it's just mundane. So you can listen to podcasts. You've had a long day at work, and it's just easy. It's not active. It's
Yeah.
passive. There's a passive video game. And sometimes when you
That's
come
right.
back from work, and you're like, I don't feel like playing a video game. I just want to watch Netflix or something. Power Wash Simulator is that kind of like gaming version of watching Netflix, because you're just playing it. You're not thinking anything. You're just doing it.
Power
There's
wash and chill.
Power wash and chill, my friends. Power
Yeah.
wash and chill. So for that,
That's your
I
2 minutes.
was gonna give it to number 5. Power wash simulator.
The question I have is, and I figure maybe we can each ask a question after the person's talked
Sure,
for their 2 minutes.
that's
Yeah,
the
the question I have
discussion,
is-
discussion.
Right, sure.
Discussion.
Stu, of course, has to make it discussion because he can't just ask a question and leave it.
Well, it's a discussion once you've
is-
asked the
is this
question.
a-
He's that
do you-
guy at
is
that town
any-
meeting.
I am.
Is anybody gonna play this like just playing this? It feels like every time I hear people talk about it, they're multitasking, they're listening to podcasts, they're watching a show at the same time or whatever. I don't know if anybody really plays this with giving it 100% of their attention, which is fine.
Duke,
I'm just
my
curious
counter to that is that I don't think anybody plays anything with their full attention very much anymore.
Maybe I do, but you know,
I
Yeah, but
do.
I think we're out of the
Excuse me.
equation. I think we're the old
could be.
ones, right?
I mean, certainly most of my students I think are dual screening it.
Yeah, they're like I remember even when Jimmy was like, 11, 12, he's 18 now, right? But when he was young then, he was like doing 3 things at once, like watching that video while playing another video game. It was like those days are over. So
Well, let's ask Luke in the chat because he's 15.
he's a Gen
He's
Z.
one of the young'uns. He's a
Gen
young'un.
Z. Yeah.
He is.
So-
Like, what does he do? Does he do multiple things while he's
But he
playing
might be a
video
big
games?
freak. You know what I mean? He
What
might
the
be
He
fuck
might be
is wrong
playing a
with you,
video
Luke?
game right now. He might be
Probably
doing
is.
that right now.
Yeah. Well, I certainly wouldn't listen to only us and not focus
No,
on
I
No,
wouldn't.
no,
I
no.
wouldn't
The
mind that.
only way to listen to this show is sitting in a dark room on a singular chair with nothing else in the room, staring at the wall.
while you're getting a lobotomy.
Yes, that's the only
With
way.
your eyes held open with two like clamps.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, Clockwork Orange, baby.
Yeah. So, but,
Yeah.
you know, do you have anything you want to say or ask about?
No,
Power
you know,
Stone?
I like these games when I play them, but then I'm like, I can take them or leave them. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like Lawnmower Simulator. I like that when I played it. but
Well,
I've not
you
played
lost
it
your
since.
mind over that for a couple
Yeah,
of
you
weeks.
I
did.
know, it's
You're
good.
playing that down a little bit. You.
I know, and that's just as good as this. It's a similar sort of thing.
No,
It
I think this
scratches
is
a similar itch.
this is simpler though. This is like just.
This is very straightforward. I feel like this is much more straightforward to
Yeah,
for
you don't
me
have
than
to
Lawnmower Simulator.
upgrade your, lawnmower.
Well, you don't have to set anything
But
up.
you're
You don't
not
have
being-
to ride it off the truck.
You're not being marked. You're not being assessed.
No,
you're not
no
being
graded.
You don't have
know,
to make
no
money.
time
You don't have to
limit.
line up your next customer.
Like
no
if you
time
even you
limit.
don't even have to fucking finish it. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Like
no.
you just move on to the
You're
next
kind
thing.
of near.
You're like, fuck it, it's done.
Yeah, you get like 90%. They go, yeah, you can have the next level. It's fine.
Well, Luke has replied and said he likes to play games and have music on or a show.
so yeah, he does. So
So he
what
does,
I'm,
but
I
no,
mean,
so what
music,
I'm,
music's a little different because music is, you know, you
it
can.
Yeah,
depends
I
what you're
listen to
playing. It depends what you're playing. Because I
Right.
would listen to music while playing this. But if I
Oh, of
was
course.
playing like God of War Ragnarok, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
a
sure.
fucking TV show going on in the background. Do
no,
what I
you
mean?
wouldn't.
But
Definitely
some
not.
people, these kids do. These kids do because
some people
they're insane and they should be stopped. Right? They should be stopped.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Just stop it now.
Just stop them now.
Stop
Just
it.
stop it.
Uh,
yeah, so that's mine. Number 5.
That's
Power
pretty good. It's
Simulator.
pretty good. Do what's your number 5?
Okay.
Go for number 5.
My number 5 is a game I didn't play a whole lot. And by the way, for the listeners who can't see, Chinny has his game 5, game 4, game 3, game 2, game 1. I have my GOTY 5, GOTY 4. So we have the videos all ready to go for the ease.
Well, no,
of
but it's not a
ease,
surprise for you guys. Then if I
activity.
put them in.
Well,
Yeah,
it's-
but if you look at the show
it's not
notes,
the name of the
Stu,
game. It's just game.
if you
The
fucking
word
look at
game.
No, I
the
haven't.
show
I've done a
notes-
separate sheet.
If only you looked at the
Oh,
show
I see what
notes
you
and you
did.
could
How am I
see
supposed to
Stu
click
has
links on a
one
separate
game
sheet?
title. That's it.
Oh my
Anyway,
god,
the
that's a
point
pain
is-
in the arse.
Oh, look
I
how
haven't done any
out
of this
we're,
shit.
we're putting
Just
Stuart so
forget
far
it.
out.
Just
It's-
forget
No,
it.
I'm gonna
Stu.
do some
Don't do it.
fucking- Oh,
Don't-
for fuck's
Sorry,
sake!
I'm sorry I
I'm gonna
brought
fuck
it up.
about now.
I didn't
Don't
feel
do
felt-
it.
Stu
Stu,
feel
don't do
guilty
it.
about
Fucking
having to find a couple of
Like I can
YouTube
be
clips.
asked to do that.
Stu, don't bother doing it. I'll save your bacon. You just sit
I'm
there
sure
and do
you'll be
your
able to
niche.
do it.
to play with the phone here. I got a lot of stuff
I'll-
You just
I'll
sit there
hesitate.
and
I'll
do.
hesitate for a bit while you
niche.
find the video.
Okay.
Okay.
Do.
Lost Ark.
All right. Okay.
Lost Ark is an MMO free to play that came out this year from Amazon Studios, so everyone loves Amazon. Don't worry, I didn't give him any money for this game. I gave him money for a different game that came out last year. Yeah, and it's, I mean, you know, the fact that this is my game of the year number 5 gives you an idea of how many games I played this year, which is not many. I went looking for Google's, you know, best video games of 2022, just to make sure I hadn't missed anything from my list. And there's all these things that I didn't go near, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I heard that was pretty good. Oh yeah,
I've done
suppose
pretty
I ought to
well.
play
Like,
that.
all my games came out this year, so I've done pretty
Yeah.
well.
Well, all my games came out this year too. I've got some games that came out in the past that, you know, sort of honorable mentions.
All
but
games
whatever.
came out in the past, dude.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it is true.
Anyway, so Lost Ark is perfectly serviceable. The combat's not great. It's very pretty. They did a good job making the world look nice.
Yeah.
You know, there's different builds. It is much more of an anime type game than, you know, some other MMOs. So, for instance, Guild Wars 2 is, I think, the gold standard of MMOs these days. Although I've never played World of Warcraft, so I couldn't say. But Lost Ark is much more of a, you know, it's much more twitchy. It's much more frenetic. And I don't know, like the story of Lost Ark doesn't even make any kind of impact on me. To be honest, I don't even remember much about it. And granted, part of that's because it came out earlier in the year. But it's, you know, it's go here, get these things, go there, kill those things, go here, bring them back. And, you know, in the meantime, you pick up a whole lot of loot. And yeah, so it's nothing to write home about. It's just, you know, but it's free. And there's that. So.
I mean, let's be
yeah.
honest. Most of these games don't have much of a story, do they? Really?
No, they don't. Like Guild Wars
It's more
2
about the questing
kind
and
of
all
does. Like
that
I care
stuff.
about the characters in Guild Wars 2. You know what I mean? Like they're not great characters, but they're interesting enough. And as I've said, the narrative arcs in that game throw some curveballs occasionally. This game didn't really have any curveballs. You meet this really timid, weak, whiny dude at the beginning of the game, and you just know something is wrong with him. And then, you know, at the end of the tutorial, it becomes clear he's a demon. It's like, we will meet again. It's like, okay, I see what you did there. Yeah.
And did you meet
so
him
yeah.
again? Did you?
Oh
meet
well,
him?
no, because I stopped playing short after that.
All right. So is this like you
I'm
meet
sure
him at
other
the
people
end
met
of
him
the
again.
game?
Did you only stop playing it so you'd never meet him again?
Yeah, I reckon that's
Pretty
what
much.
happened.
I was like, I don't want to meet that guy. He seems
Yeah,
dangerous.
Hey, he's a twat. We don't want to meet
Yeah.
him.
I think I got tired of the fetch quests in this game, which is weird because, you know, generally speaking, I don't have a problem
You
with fetch
love
quests.
a fetch quest.
He does like a thing. What about an escort mission? Who doesn't like one of those?
No, there's really none of those in this game.
Clearing out rats. Everyone likes to clear out rats at the beginning of
I
one of these
wish.
games.
No, that's 2 minutes. I'm done.
You done?
questions
Right, okay.
about
I
Lost
will go
Ark?
with my... Sorry,
how
go
many,
on.
how many hours did you put into this? Lost
Probably
Ark.
4 or 5, something like that. I mean, I gave it a good go. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of sad now, Duke.
Kinda
Why is
sad.
that?
Because like your number 5 game, you only put like 4 or 5 hours in. That makes me sad.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just sad.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm a bit
be
sad,
sad.
too. I'm a
Stu,
bit
it's your
sad.
turn. What's your 5th game
Can
of
I
the
just
year?
say before I go, I can't put a game on my list unless I finished it. So that's one of
Oh,
That's special.
the
stop
rules I
it.
have. I do. It's true.
That's why
It's a
Stu
rule.
is the greatest gamer among
It's
us.
a rule that I follow
Yeah.
religiously every year. I don't put
You
it.
gotta get him a
It can't be
trophy.
on my list unless
And
I
the
finish it.
greatest
Yeah.
gamer
Championship
of the
gaming.
year
I
goes
am-
to
Yes.
Stu for
Stuart
for
Fowler.
15 years running.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yes.
Anyway, here's my number 5.
That's such
is
bollocks.
You mean
though.
like stew?
No, it's
I
true.
certainly do not mean stew.
Because
I'm sorry,
like,
it's just a personal reason. I just like
I
think
don't
I can't
care
put it
about
on
your
unless I
personal
finish.
I got
reason.
personal things
Just
about
finish
my
the
games. You
fucking
don't
thing,
hear me
all
bragging
right.
about them during the game of the year
It's just so
discussion.
whack. That's such a whack thing.
Why?
Yeah.
It
So
can't
whack.
qualify unless I finished it. So,
All right, now it's time for you to talk about your
That being
favorite,
number
5th
7.
favorite game of the year.
my 5th favorite game of the year was Stray.
Okay. This is the one that only you played.
I have played. Well, not only me. Lots of other people played it, but
No,
none of
Well,
you
but on this
losers.
group here.
Yeah,
you're the
none of
only
you
one who played.
splitters.
No.
Yeah.
only
So
you
yeah,
played it.
Stray. I played this whilst I was
Yeah.
suffering from COVID.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is a bit of a weird memory, if I'm being completely honest, because I was quarantined in the conservatory at home, which made, as it happened, not a little bit of difference because everybody
Yeah.
still caught it anyway.
Stray.
And I literally started and finished it whilst I was in the conservatory quarantining.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it
You were
was
like
good.
you were like a locked up cat.
I was. I
Yeah.
felt like the cat in the game.
Jump around onto air conditioning vents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt like I was really in the game, locked up in this weird dystopian place where something had happened, but you're not quite sure what.
Mm.
Yes.
It was cool. You know what? I hate cats. Can I just say? I mean,
Yeah.
I mentioned this more than once
Yeah.
on the show. I fucking hate the
Yes, you
thing.
did.
They are Satan's
You're on
babies.
record.
They are. They
Yeah.
are. They will scratch your eyes out for no reason.
Yeah, they'll eat your body.
Yeah, they will. They'll
Yeah.
like,
Alive.
they will bite your balls off.
Yeah.
That's what cats do.
You know,
Just for fun.
cats, right? They would put a little bit of water on your sleeve just to annoy you.
Really?
Do you know when you've got a little bit of water on your sleeve?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really
oh,
annoying, isn't it?
oh,
cat
It
would
doesn't
do-
bother me too much if there's a little bit
Duke,
of water on my sleeve.
You need to question what annoys you.
If right,
That
what
is up
these
there.
cats would do, this is how far they would go.
Yeah.
If you were
All right,
say
time to start talking about the game.
If you
now,
were
'cause
say
you've got
asleep,
38 seconds
it'd
left.
go to its food bowl and get a little bit of that gravy shit and just smear a tiny bit on
Yeah.
your t-shirt.
It would
Oh.
it,
All right,
it would
for the
open
record,
a
I'm
Muller
not giving you
yogurt.
extra time.
Like
It
you
would,
drop
it
food
would
down
open a Muller
yourself.
yogurt, lick it, and then close the lid again.
Yeah, it would.
Oh man, what
Don't
are they
give
like?
a shit.
Yeah, 21 seconds.
So
Anyway, the
cats-
game was good.
yeah, the game's
It was
good.
such a
that's
great
all there
game.
is to say about it.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
just
It's a
play
great
it.
game.
You're a fucking
No, it's
cat.
good.
You're a fucking cat. Like, what do you want to know?
Yeah.
It's
As
good.
it happened, I kind of got to like cats a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, even though
Oh,
I hate
he's
cats.
gonna get a cat now.
I don't have mad beef with cats because they have given me a lot of entertainment
You do have mad beef with cows.
What, on YouTube?
on YouTube and TikTok.
It-
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, putting
Yeah.
cucumbers next to them, that's always fun.
yeah, that stuff.
That's it.
Or,
Time's up.
or like
I haven't even spoken about the game, Burley. What's
Well,
about it?
That's
I
not
like
my
that-
fault.
was
I was
that-
told to set a timer.
there's that cat that jumps out the window and like he slips or something and he looks like he's gonna leap off it and then he just like falls off. It's great. It's like, oh, I love it.
Stupid
I love
cat.
it.
Oh, I love
Thank you
cats.
for having a cat.
So that was Stray, yeah.
Stray, number
Stray, yeah,
5.
just play it.
Right, back to you, Chinny.
So we're
Any
doing
questions about Stray? What
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
let's
cat are you?
do a individual one. So pick one
Yeah,
of your
what kind of
individuals.
cats are you?
I'm a fucking panther, man. I'm a fucking
Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Panther
cat,
like a
isn't it?
panther.
It's a cat.
The
it's a
shit,
cat.
bitch.
Yeah, you're
so
not
it is.
skimping.
we're doing one of our funny ones now, yeah?
Yeah, your wacky category.
Yeah, funny.
Well,
Well, it's meant to be funny. Who says
Mine
they're
aren't
gonna
that
be?
wacky, actually. Okay.
Look at him
let's have a
putting
look.
Stray in the show notes.
Yeah, because I have to number them for the show notes and then all that sort of stuff. Because we
Yeah, it
forget.
seems like a lot of work.
Stop it. Okay. I
right.
remember I have that database where every episode I know what games we mentioned.
Yeah,
so-
that's also true.
That's true.
So, okay, my first category is game I didn't think I would like. Do you want to
Okay.
take it? We should guess some of these.
Yeah,
We
no,
should-
we're trying to guess these, aren't we? We're
We're
trying to
gonna
guess the
guess
games you wouldn't
Did it
like.
come out this
Game-
year, or are all these
came out
games
this year.
year?
This came out this year.
Okay.
Not all my games that on my funny category came out this year, but my top
Yeah.
5 ones did. But this one did. This one did.
Okay, I'm gonna go for As Dusk Falls.
You are correct.
Wow,
Hey, look at
that's pretty
Stu.
fucking impressive, weren't
You
it?
are correct. Well done.
Take it home with you.
I'm quite impressed that I got that.
As Dusk Falls, not a game that I like really. I feel like since The Walking Dead season 1, these type of games have been a much of a muchness, which is also a phrase I don't like very much. But there you go. And I thought this one was actually brilliant. I liked this one so much that I would really, really like to show it to Tara and let her play it and see what choices she makes. Because the great thing about this game is that it's well acted, but also it genuinely has very, very different outcomes for very, very different
Yeah.
categories of people, and like the chapters and like branching paths, and people can die way, way earlier than you think. And yeah, so one of my characters died very, very early, and he's quite a big character. So, very cool. So I was really impressed with As Dusk Falls, and I actually thought the story was pretty good. So
It is. No, I would absolutely agree with you. I
well
mean,
done.
that's a
It
pretty
didn't make
good
my top
choice.
5, but
No, no, no.
I was impressed. I was impressed
Nope.
with it.
I'm surprised it's not in your top
It's,
5 because
it's
it was
no
a very
power
good
wash
game.
simulator.
No, no, it isn't. It isn't. That is totally
There's,
true.
now talk about decisions, man. Power Wash Simulator. You got to figure
Yeah,
out. Am I
are you
gonna
gonna
clean this or leave it dirty?
clean the
Like,
slide? Are you gonna
green
clean
nozzle or
you
the
know,
yellow nozzle?
What are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Am I gonna
Yeah,
go
lots
for
of
100% or
choices.
just leave it at 43%?
Yeah.
It's clean enough for your kid to play on. He's a dirty ass kid to begin with.
Yeah. So yes, As Dusk Falls is my
Alright.
game that I didn't think I would like.
Okay.
Right. Okay, Duke.
Right. So my first fun time category is best tech demo.
Ooh. What does
Any
that sort of?
guesses?
Oh right, like a. I've accidentally just seen it, so you're gonna have to let.
See,
Dixie.
Chinny's at a disadvantage because he has to get.
But
the
I'll
videos
wait.
too.
I'll wait next time. But yeah, I've already
Yes,
seen it.
Stu. What do you
Yes.
think? What do you think the best tech demo of 2022 was?
Best tech demo. That's a weird category, isn't it? So it's not
I
a
know,
fully
right?
fledged game.
Not really. No.
I don't think I have any idea. I can't think
Here's
of
a
anything.
hint. Here's a hint.
Go on.
You played it. Chinny did not.
Well, that could be anything. I mean, there's a lot of things Chinny doesn't
Well,
play.
okay. Here's another hint. You
Yeah.
had a good reason to play it. I did not.
Nor did I.
Nor did Chinny.
What?
The reason you played it is really.
Go on.
It's a tech demo for the thing that you have that we don't have.
What, a Steam Deck?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. What's the
What
tech
tech
demo?
demo?
Hello?
Oh, I know.
Dingus. Go ahead,
I
say
know.
it.
Aperture, whatever it was.
Desktop.
Aperture desktop. There you
Have
go.
the desk job. Yes.
Oh, that's good. It's a good game.
If you've been missing the humor of Portal and Portal 2, and you wouldn't mind spending 15 minutes working at Aperture Science, this is the game for you. It's free. I can't imagine anybody who has any interest in this hasn't already played it. But yeah, it's got some good humor. It's got the cores, and it's
What
got
the
Dave
Irish
Johnson's
fans, the
face.
cause.
What? Yeah,
the
that
90s
band.
Irish band, The
Yeah,
Cause.
the band I only ever heard of because a woman I was dating at the time was really into them.
The Three Sisters and the bloke that no one likes.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
Anyway,
It's got
Anyway,
Cave Johnson's in it.
In The
so,
Cause,
right,
in the
so
band.
this
Yeah.
Sorry, Duke. I couldn't resist.
it's okay, it's funny. I don't mind.
Let me talk. I am talking. Will you let me talk? Can I talk for once?
Taste your own medicine, Duke. So yeah, this is designed as a way to show off the capacities of the Steam Deck. I didn't have a Steam Deck, so fortunately they made it available for the rest of us as well, which was great. Because it's fun enough as it is. It's just not you can't do everything if you don't have a slab to fling around like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, free. You certainly get your money's worth, and it's cute and it's funny, and just play it. Like there's no reason not to play it. So
It turns
That's
out
pretty
Valve.
It is pretty fun.
Valve should make games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they
Like,
should. They should. Fuck
They should.
Steam
Really
Decks.
should.
I don't
make
know if
actual
they've.
games.
I don't know if they've never tried it before, but they should try that stuff.
well, it's been
I
a
reckon
long
they'd be
time.
pretty good
They
at it.
did once upon a time. They just-
I reckon it'd be pretty good. Hey, they made Half-Life Alyx only 2 years
They're
ago.
spending
so
all their time doing
fuck you.
hardware now. So yeah.
Brilliant.
Fuck you.
Best game ever. Okay, you ready for mine?
We are ready
Sure.
for yours.
So the category is best game I played while in a hospital with heart failure.
Well, that could be anything.
No,
Well,
I
I
think
didn't play
there was
that
there
many.
was
I
something.
didn't play that many.
There was something he
Well,
was
no, but I
playing
don't
while he
remember
was
what you were playing.
busy dying.
Yeah, nearly
Uh,
dying. Yeah, yeah. What was I
Like in
playing? now?
Shawshank Redemption, get busy living or get busy dying.
It wasn't. It wasn't like Bayonetta or something. No.
No, God no. I'm still not even. I keep
But it
looking
has
at
to
it,
be
but
a
I'm not bought it.
Steam Deck game.
That is true. That is
A game
absolutely
that works
true.
on the Steam Deck, but a lot of games work on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, but there was no Wi-Fi, so it can only be a Steam game. So that narrows it down slightly.
Okay. Single player, presumably then.
Yes.
Yeah, they're always single
Okay,
player
okay.
for. Stu. You're gonna have to give us a clue, I think, Stuart.
Yeah, give us a clue.
Uh,
have we
give us
played
a
it?
clue,
Has
Stu.
Chinny played
It
it? Have
didn't-
I played it?
No,
played
none
it?
of you
No.
have. Neither of you have played it,
Neither
and
of
it
us have played
didn't
it.
come out this year.
Then it must have been a
That's-
shit game.
That's whack. That's a whack.
Breath
clue.
of the Wild.
It's
On
a
Steam.
it's a horror game. There you go. That'll give you a clue.
Oh, the dead body one. Prey, not Prey. The Void.
Prey?
Schmuck. It's a single word.
No, it isn't.
Ding dong.
No, it's not a
What?
single word.
Oh, Resident Evil 7.
No.
Resident Evil 2.
No, I played that ages ago. It's
Lady
not.
Matresse. Whatever.
No. No.
I give up.
You want to give up? Are you giving up?
I only guessed 20 games already.
Okay, I will tell you.
Oh,
the game.
Resident
What is it?
Evil
No.
Village. Oh, it's not
No,
the
it's
DLC
not
thing. Wasn't
No,
it?
it's not that. I played that afterwards.
What is it?
It is the Dark Pictures anthology, House of Ashes.
Oh, right, that.
It was good. That's the best one so far on the Dark Pictures anthology stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Mm.
played that.
Was it dark
like-
though? Was it really dark?
It was very dark actually. It was, but it was pretty good. It was pretty
I
good.
can't handle it, people.
So I played
Yeah.
that from start to finish whilst I was sat in the chair next to my, and sometimes in the bed, I guess, depends on where I was sat at the time.
Yeah.
But this I really liked it. They had really good actors in it.
And this is also like the Dusk Falling.
It's a very
paths
different
and stuff, is that
style,
right?
isn't it? It's very.
It's a
different.
very
I know,
different.
but-
It is
but
a similar
is it
sort
choices
of.
matter type thing?
It is
Yeah.
supposedly, yeah. And to be
Branching
fair,
stories?
everybody can die, so you can
Okay.
finish the game with no
So it's very
survivors.
realistic. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had. Did I have 2 people die? I might have had 2 people die, and I thought it was actually better that a couple of people died, because I
Yeah.
feel like it would have
Really?
been unrealistic
Well, that
if
would
no one had died.
Like, usually in movies, everybody dies but like 1 or 2. Don't they, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I felt it was better for them. And the people who died, they were horrible. I hated them. So I just didn't give a shit that they were dead.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I would have wanted to save them anyway.
Did you subconsciously cause them to die? You make them die?
No, I don't think so. I
Yeah, I
didn't
don't
aim to kill anyone.
Press X to
I
jump
want
out the,
someone to
the
die.
pit of like death.
Yeah,
Darren
no.
I
Darren
didn't think you would
Sim
want to get
said.
near the pit of death, let alone
Darren
jump into it.
Darren Sim said that was the game you were wrong about. What does he mean?
Oh,
there?
he didn't like it. He thought it was terrible.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So I remember
Well, we can
him
have
saying
different
that.
opinions without someone being
We
wrong.
can. I really like this. I thought it
Except
was better
Stu,
than
yeah,
the other
except Stu
2.
says something other than me. He's wrong.
I played Little Hope as well this year, and I thought that was far worse than this.
Yeah.
But I have heard the latest one is the best of them all. So, which is it The Devil in Me? I think it's called The Devil in Me.
It sounds like
That's
a
the
Britney
NXS
Spears
song.
album.
Yeah, probably is.
NXS.
Probably is. And Ashley Tisdale, I think that's her name, was in this from High School Musical, and she was pretty good.
All right.
Well,
Pretty good at it.
you know.
Oh, there you go. So Brucey bonus. Millie knew who she was. So who knew? But yeah, I think it's you can pick this up for about a tenner now with that.
I fucking
tenner, man. It's worth a tenner. Anyone
I
money
ain't
is.
not going to bloody money.
But yeah, House of Ashes. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Fuck Darren Sim. Just saying.
Yeah.
You
That's
can't
the name
say
of
that
it.
about Darren Sim.
Of course I can. I say what I like.
He'll fuck
He's
you
happy
up.
you liked it though.
Fuck him.
He'll kick
If we
the
haven't-
shit out of you.
He's
ever
going to be
meet
the
him-
bigger man here. He's taking the high road. He's glad you liked it.
Yeah, if we ever meet him, Chinny, I'm just going to stand you in front of me.
Yeah. He's going to pretend like he can't see you. He's,
Exactly, you
these
can protect
acoustic
me."
tiles are very nice in this room.
He's gonna fuck
Exactly.
you up.
Exactly.
Yep.
But
All
you will.
right, so next
so there you go.
item. Those are all of our
Normal
first
ones, normal
category
games.
fun time.
Yeah,
Now
so
it's time
Chinny.
Fun
Number
time.
4, our games of the
Number
year.
four,
Number 4.
games of the
I don't think we
year.
are going to have a lot of overlap in any of these. So just FYI,
No.
listeners,
Because Duke doesn't
we tend to
play-
like very different things.
Duke
Because
doesn't
Duke's
play
just going to
normal
do
games.
another MMO. It'll just be another MMO.
Duke
just
doesn't play
saying.
normal
Hey.
games. I play good games. Stu plays awful games. That's like
No, I play good games. Right, anyway, Chinny, number 4.
Number
four.
4 is a game that I was very excited about, and it did well. It's a sequel.
Are we going to guess?
Nah. A
No, we don't
Plague-
guess the game in
A
here. It's
Plague's
only silly.
Tale
Okay, yeah,
Requiem.
I guess that would be hard.
Ah.
Plague's Tale.
Games Tale Requiem.
A Plague's Tale.
Right.
Games
You played it.
Yes, this was the sequel to A Plague's Tale, something or other. I can't remember what the Innocence. And you know, I was really excited for it. This is probably like my most hyped game for the year. I just thought the first one was so well done, such an under the radar game.
Don't believe the hype.
So, I wouldn't say I was like worried, but I thought, there's a chance that they might not like sort of deliver. And I still think the first one is a little better, but I think this one's great. I think this is a great game. I think it's underrated, but it's got like elements of The Last of Us in there. It's a good stealth action game. Really, really good stealth action game. And there's some scenes in it where you're running away from a fuckload of rats, and it's pretty unbelievable how well they're made. So, great game. Recommend it. I think, fans of like things like The Last of Us or Uncharted or it's a bit of a slower game than like it's not a full-on action game, but yeah, just those sort of third-person-y sort of action stealth games. Yeah, it's a great call. So,
well, you'll be pleased to know, Chinny, I was back on it this week, so I have played a little bit more of this.
Yeah.
So I'm nearly at the ship. So
That's all.
I'm with the dude. I'm with some dude who's taking us to the ship.
Yeah, you still got a long way to go.
Oh no, I know. I realise this, but I'm trying to
You
make
got
a
distracted
concerted
by
effort.
the shiny things, didn't you?
I can't say that's entirely a lie. It's probably pretty
you
much
just
true.
you
to
play
be
a
fair.
game. I'm gonna finish it this time, Chinny, and then something little jingly jangly comes your way, and you can't.
That's the trouble. That is the trouble.
So, Plague's Tale Requiem is my game number 4.
Duke.
Four,
What is your number 4?
You are muted, Duke.
Yes, Duke. His number 4
Yeah,
is mute.
sorry. We're moving through these pretty quickly. My game of the year number 4 is a puzzle game by a guy named, and I have no idea if I'm saying this correctly or not, but I'll try, Messiej Targoni. I don't know where he's from. But
He's my bestie.
yeah, he makes really good puzzle games. He's got like 7 or 8 of them on Steam. He made Clocky. He made Naboki. This one is Hook 2.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I remember this.
I remember
Yes,
this.
Hook 2. It's very simple. His games are elegant. Elegance defined, really. The design is always so clean, and everything's very intuitive. There's usually not a tutorial or anything that you need to know before you start playing them. You don't really have to figure things out other than how to, solve each puzzle. I'm playing one from him right now called what is the latest one I'm playing? Nabaki. I didn't even know it was out. I went looking to see what his name was, and it was like, hey, here, play all my games. And I'm like, oh, I didn't play that one. Yeah. So Hook 2, Hook 1 came out a while ago, 5 years ago or something like that. Maybe not quite so long, but I loved it. I played it in like 1 or 2 sittings. And when I heard there was a Hook 2 coming, I was just like, oh my God. I was very excited. And yeah, so when it came out, I played it. I think I finished it in like 2 days, maybe something like that. It's the perfect type of game to open up, play a couple levels, step away. Very satisfying. And, I think he could make a lot of money by just doing more and more levels, but he chooses, generally speaking, to move on to other concepts. And yeah, he's a very creative guy, very good at making polished puzzle games. So if you're looking for, and they all sell for like $1 each, like they're really cheap. And he's a really, I don't know, I really respect him as a dev because he's giving us what we want. So
I imagine he's just a guy with like a ton of ideas. He's just got like bag shit of ideas.
And like, they're not too sophisticated, which is fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking for anything revolutionary or different or weird or anything like that. But it, everything works well. And it's, they're not agonizing in the difficulty. And yeah, I just love it. So I'm a big fan of Maciej Targoni. Go check out his games, starting with Hook 2.
I like the aesthetic of this. It looks cool.
Yeah, all of his games have a great aesthetic.
Yeah, looks cool.
Yep.
Simple but effective. That's what you want.
That's right.
Simple but effective. Right. Number 4, which incidentally was another game I finished whilst in the hospital. So I finished 2.
Oh my goodness.
And that game would be Return to Monkey Island.
Oh, Monkey Island.
Which was just lovely. It was like a comfy pair of slippers, is the best way to describe this game.
Yeah,
because
you're a huge fan of the game from back in the day.
I'm a massive. I mean, sorry, go on, Duke.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say your 2 minutes are up. The original game for me was the first game I played that had a proper story and was fucking funny. I just remember, as a teenager playing like, The Secrets of Monkey Island and just laughing out loud on way more than one occasion. And it was our first sort of experience of what I'd consider a co-op game, because I know you don't play it at the same time together, but like me, my brother's mates, my mate, we were all sat in my brother's room on his bed with his Commodore Amiga playing this and just all trying to figure out the puzzles.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And just figure out what we had to do next, and spending a lot of time swapping out floppy disks, take out this one, put in disc 6, take out disc 6, put in disc 2. And it did that a lot. I mean, none of them were in any sort of chronological order. There were bits of the game on all the random discs for some weird reason. Who knows? And I also, the one thing I really remember was there was like a key wheel thing that you had to turn to get the code so that you could play the game. So he knew you didn't have a pirated version of the game.
Sure, I remember Loom had that.
Yeah, and you had to turn it around and line it up, and then you had to put in whatever symbols were there. And they were the days. They were days. But it was great. But this game, it just kind of picked up where that left off, really.
Yeah.
Did an amazing job. The storytelling's still on point. The jokes were still really funny. And found out finally what the actual secret to Monkey Island was. So yeah, I know what it is.
Was it fish?
Can't tell you. Just can't tell you. You'd have to play the game to find out.
I don't think I will.
But the puzzles were still as good. I didn't find it as difficult. But I didn't think that was a bad thing, to be honest with you, because this game's more about the comedy and the storytelling than it is about difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good. So I totally recommend it. If you've never played a Monkey Island game before, give this one a go. Although a lot of the jokes won't hit because you won't know what it's referring to. But it's still great, though. Such a good game. I love it.
Cool.
Yeah. So there you go. And that is my number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah. All right. Time for wacky category.
Yeah, wacky.
Mine's not that wacky. It's my most disappointing game of the year.
Oh, most disappointing game.
What have I playing? What has disappointed me? What has
What was
made me?
disappointing to Chinny this year?
What has
I'm
disappointed?
trying to think, and I can't think of anything.
Oh no!
What has disappointed you?
I will give clues when requested.
Give clues
think
around
you're gonna have to
requested.
give
I
clues.
feel like I know it, but I can't think what it is. I think it's something we played recently. Is it?
No.
But I can't, is it not?
Yeah, you two haven't played this game. It
Oh,
is a small indie game, but it looks great. That's my clue. It looks great.
looks
It
great.
looks. You look at it and you're like,
Small
oh,
indie
look,
game that
that
looks
bloody looks great. I know what you're talking about, Stu. You're talking about Somerville.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's
Somerville
what I thought it was
didn't
gonna
make any lists for me.
No, it didn't make any of mine either. I've just
Nope,
realised
mine
that
either.
it didn't make any.
I
which
liked
is
it.
a shame.
I liked it.
Fuck out of here, Somerville.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was going to be.
I thought about it when I was, but I was like, it's not the most disappointing game I've ever played because I still liked it. I liked it, so
Yeah.
it's fine. But
Yeah.
Not enough to get into the top 5.
no, but this one,
Most
I'll tell you what it is. This is Trek to Yomi. So
Oh,
this
right.
is the
You were riding the samurai thing from.
samurai black and white.
Oh yeah, it looked great, didn't
beautiful,
it? I saw
beautiful
that.
game. And I remember
really let
seeing
you
this.
down.
Sometimes I just see a game, I'm like, I have to play that. Like
Yeah,
that
aesthetically.
looks great. And I was, and it kind of, when you watch a video of it, you're like, well, it can't be that bad. But look, it's the way it plays. It's the way the character feels, and he feels sluggish and he feels slow, and yeah. I've actually never told you to this, but we have a Veteran Gamers TikTok account. Did you know that?
Vaguely, I'm sort of vaguely. No, I didn't. Actually. I knew
So-
we had Instagram.
So I
I
don't
was wondering why people
really.
asked me to do some dance challenges.
I don't really do a lot on there, but I was just experimenting with it. I was just playing around with it, and I did the first video on that TikTok account was a review of Trek to Yomi. It did okay. It wasn't like we didn't get millions of views or anything like that, but he got a few.
Well, we would have to
views.
post regularly on TikTok if we were going to get an actual audience.
Yeah, but I've never,
we don't do
I've
any
never
of that
even
shit.
told like any listeners that or anything that we're on TikTok. But we are.
I've never visited the TikTok website. I've never
love it.
used
I love
the
it.
app. I know
I love
nothing
it so
about
much.
TikTok.
I love
Except
it
when I
so
see
much.
cross-posted on Reddit. Anyway, so you posted a review there and everybody loved it.
So, no, I posted a review on there and it sort of did okay. It wasn't a bad review. Got a few comments on there and stuff, and
Right.
yeah, I think people generally agreed with what I had to say.
This
It was
really
just
is
a lot of potential.
style-
Style
over
yeah.
substance.
Yeah,
it,
it
is,
just
isn't
looks great.
It
Look
looks
at you're like,
amazing. Even looking at
"Bloody
it
hell."
here, I think it looks good.
But it's unfortunately a video game has to be very good. It's gameplay first. It's always gameplay first. If they did a sequel, I would be interested. But I remember looking at this, the video of this game, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, this looks going to be great. This is going to be like an indie gem. Played it,
Yeah.
bitterly disappointed. It's 4 hours long. It's not massive, but it was a bit of a slog, even it being 4 hours long.
Wow,
Yeah.
Mm.
So
that's not good. That's not
and a
good.
lot of people I know that have played this game never bother finishing it. So yeah, it's the fact that I finished it was a bit.
That
of a
shows you how
drag.
bad it is.
That
You know,
shows
people can't
Shinny's
finish a
commitment.
4-hour game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even Stu can't finish a 2-hour game.
I've never
So,
played this.
Somerville, things like that. Like, yeah, Somerville. It wasn't like Inside or Limbo, but I still had a good time. I still really liked that game.
No, I did. It's those controls were so jank though.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
But this, obviously I didn't know about this at the start of the year, but I remember looking at it. I went from like up here to like, oh my god, this looks great, to down very, very quickly. And no other game has really done that to me. I mean, other games that I played this year were like what, I don't know. There was a game, like Scarlet Nexus that we played as a sort of week.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that isn't my most disappointing games because I knew I would fucking hate
didn't
it
have any
anyway.
expectations.
Yeah,
So-
you knew it wasn't your game.
So it's
your
just
type of
yeah.
game.
This one I just thought this is gonna be fucking brilliant. I love Ghost of Tsushima and all this sort of stuff, and I was like, this indie developer has seen Ghost of Tsushima and made a 2D version of it, brilliant, and it was shocking. So
Nothing like that at all.
yeah, Trek to Yomi.
Wow.
Unfortunately, but I hope a sequel's coming and they just improve it.
Over to you, Duke.
Yeah.
Special Funny
my
Award. Better be
Special
funny.
Wacky Award.
Wacky
So
backy.
last time it was the best tech demo. This is the best demo.
Best demo.
Best demo.
Demo.
You really got
Yeah.
a category, the best demo.
Well, the best demo. But
That
last
could
time
be
it was
anything.
tech
You play a
demos, so
fucking
this is-
million demos.
Well, what was the best one?
All right, I'm gonna go. I've got an idea. I'm gonna go.
Okay,
I'm
what's
gonna
your
guess.
idea?
The Entropy Center.
Got it in one. Look
Wow.
at Stu.
Tell you
What?
what.
I'm doing
Yeah.
pretty well,
I
aren't
was
You
ready to
need
start
to
giving
go on.
hints.
You need to go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire
I
tonight.
know. I
Vegas.
know.
Quick,
I am
how many
doing
toothpicks
well.
are on the floor?
Yeah.
The Entropy Center is a Portal clone, except instead of making portals, you are running time backwards. And, I mean, running time backwards, quote unquote, causing certain things to move backwards. in
Certain
time.
objects that move back in time.
Right. It's a very localized form of time.
Like
control.
the
But
game
that said,
Singularity did the same thing.
yes, exactly. That said, it's well done. It was fun. It made me intrigued. It made me laugh. It didn't make me cry, but it was a good time. I got through the whole thing, and I was very intrigued by it. I'm not intrigued enough to actually get the game.
I
when it
know.
came out.
I'm the only one who bought this. Can I just
Stu is
say?
the only one who bought it because he's so
Stu,
special. He's an amazing gamer. This is why we
I
got to
am.
get this trophy for him because his
Yeah.
stature as a gamer is
The
so
world's
high above us.
best
I am
gamer.
dedicated.
We're lucky that he even podcasts with us. To
Fucking
be honest, 'cause
dedicated.
Amazing.
we are just slugs
Unlike
Dirty-
you two twats.
chewing
Dirty-
on dog turds for
Dirty
sustenance.
filth shitbags.
And Stu is this giant of gaming.
I am. It's true. I will take
Anyway.
it.
So I do hope
The
Stu
point
buys
is,
our
all right,
game.
shush.
Shush, shushy.
Let me talk. I am talking. Will you let me talk? Can I talk for once?
Yeah, it's very well done. I will play the whole game at some point. But yeah, I was very impressed. I didn't think I would finish the whole demo, to be honest. I thought I would get annoyed at some of the puzzles, but they are pretty elegant in the demo. So I'd be curious to see how well that elegance carries over to the rest of the game.
They continue to be so.
Well, I know you say so, but you know,
Mm.
sometimes game developers will, drag in too much stuff or change it up too quickly or whatever. I'm not saying they did. I'm nervous, so whatever. But yeah, I liked it. Entropy Center,
Brilliant.
very good demo.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, here's my next one: the "Fuck This
Wacky.
Game, I'm Done" award.
Okay, we have a sound clip to go with this. Somewhere here it is.
I just want to say, fuck this game. I'm done.
All right, so it's a game
Yeah.
you didn't finish then.
Well, there could be a few of
That's
those.
rare. I mean, yeah. it's-
I
think
know,
of Stu,
I
think
know.
he finishes everything.
I've tried to put. Can I? This is a good clue for you, right? As to what this may be.
Okay.
I have tried to play this game several times because I feel like I should love it, but I just
Solitaire.
Elden
Donkey
Ring.
Kong.
don't. No,
Life.
Nope.
nope. People
Magic the
in
Gathering.
people in general lose this shit over this game.
Did it come out
Monopoly.
this year?
No, no,
it did not
didn't.
come out this year.
It did
Monopoly.
not. No,
Uno.
no.
Did
Monopoly.
it come out last year?
Monopoly 2.
No. I think it came out the year before. I think it might be as many as 2 years old. Could be
2020
3
game.
even.
2020
What
game.
genre
Could be
is it?
2020, 2019. Time Loop. Let's go with that. Time Loop game.
Deathloop?
Deathloop.
That one.
No.
No.
'Cause I didn't like that. But
12 minutes?
Kind of did.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
fucking
played
hated
that.
that game. No, I didn't play that this year.
Running out of ideas for time loop games. Then there was an expedition on No Man's
There
Sky
is.
that had
I'll
time
give you another clue. There is space exploration involved in this game.
time loops. You got me, buddy. I'm stumped.
It's because Duke and I don't listen to you when you talk.
You have a really hard to control spaceship. I can't give you any more than that.
Elite Dangerous.
No.
That's a pretty hard to
I
control.
said hold on. I got it. The Outer
Oh,
Wilds.
oh.
The fucking Outer Wilds.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. People do lose their shit.
Oh,
already.
they do, right? I'll be honest. I went from being intrigued to be like, gotta play this game because everyone's fucking saying how amazing
People
it is.
bloody love this game.
People lose their
To
minds
what
over
the
it.
fuck is this game? I am fucking done. When you're
Mm.
trying to land with a ship that doesn't control properly on a frigging satellite with a tiny little fucking entranceway that you have to then try and get inside before the fucking sun explodes.
Mm.
Fuck it. You can fuck off.
You can bollocks.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's
suck
pretty
all
much
bum.
how I felt
You know what,
playing this.
Outer Wilds? You get the special Veteran Gamers Fuck Off Award.
Yeah.
Just fuck off.
Fuck
Fucking
off.
hate this game.
I mean, we can't all co-sign it because we haven't all played it, but
And then you
mostly
run out
agree
of
with
fucking
Yeah, I'll sign it.
oxygen,
I'll sign it.
And then
Fuck off.
Shinny doesn't even need to play
and then
it.
you come right within like an inch of completing something that you've just found,
Yeah.
and then the fucking sun explodes.
Oh, don't you hate
Right.
that? Don't you just
Oh,
bloody hate it when that happens?
Hey.
Honestly, I was doing the gardening yesterday and there's bloody
And
sun
then-
exploding.
Quite often, right, when you finally get to one of these places, like this dude doing on the fucking screens in, and you're like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
You finally get there, and it's not even easy to get to these places. It's fucking ridiculously hard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've then got to do all that shit again.
Ugh.
And by chance,
Ugh.
land in the right place so you don't fucking die of oxygen starvation. I fucking
Yeah.
hated this game in the end. I was fucking detesting it.
Sounds like this set didn't have such elegant puzzles.
Well, it was just, I don't even know how to describe this game. It's just fucking shit.
Sounds very frustrating, intense. Like, I mean, time. I hate having a timer on missions and parts of games anyway. So the idea of having a time loop that you're running against the clock, right?
Yeah. I can't remember how much each loop is. It's
Yeah,
about 13 minutes or something, 14 minutes.
You know what? I can't, like, again, that just adds a level of stress to the game that I'm
Yeah,
it
not
does.
interested in.
I just can't cope with that shit anymore.
Just can't do it anymore.
Fucking can't. I just fucking hate this
Can't
game.
do it anymore.
Ugh.
I got arthritis.
Honestly, if this
Ain't nobody
this
got time for that.
If this had been a physical fucking disc, I would have taken it out,
Shoved it up
fucking
someone's
spread jam on
arse.
it, and then set it on fire.
Wow,
Yeah.
what's the jam for? That would
I
seem
don't
like it would
know,
make it harder to
because why
burn.
not? Jam
Because it would make it harder to burn, I think.
don't mix, do they? Honestly, I'd have fucking destroyed the disc.
Well, it sounds like a
I
hammer
hated
would
it
be a
that
good way to
much.
do that, yeah.
Yeah, well, it doesn't sound as
Anyway,
much
I'm not
fun.
here to criticize your choice of destruction of a disc.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean
It's your you get to do
Teal,
that.
Sean Teal in the chat says, "Good day, boys. Hope you're all well."
Yeah, g'day.
But hey,
I don't know. Is he from Australia, Sean?
Australia.
he is.
Oh, okay.
He is Australian.
Oh, okay.
He's all from down under.
Bloody
You know
hell.
what
Yeah.
you know what I bloody mean?
Yes. All right, so Outer Wilds, no good.
No, it's no good.
Fuck
It's
this game, I'm
fucking.
done, says
Everyone
Stu.
who says this game is good is lying.
They're bloody
Well, they like different
sh-
things in games. I guess.
shit-faced liars.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They
And
probably like
fuck
missed.
stick
They probably like
dumbasses.
missed as well. Those
They probably-
people,
they
I tell you.
probably
Right
like-
now. Hey.
Whoa,
hey.
whoa.
They
You don't
probably
have to
like
talk shit.
Hitler. They probably like Hitler.
They probably do like Hitler. That
Yeah,
we can
and
agree on.
missed.
Are you trying to get a rise on me, Agent Kuyan?
No. Anyway, talking of games of the
Chinny.
year, it's
Your
Chinny again.
third game of the year, number 3. We're in the
Third.
top 3 now,
oh yeah,
people.
Number
yeah.
twat.
Rex.
What game?
Whoop.
Okay, third game of the year. Let's go to the list. My third game of the year. Again, this could have been number 1. This could have
Could
been
have
number
been,
1.
really.
Oh, it was
It's
tough
not
for him to
great.
pick people.
I have been obsessed with this game. Obsessed.
Yeah.
I bloody
Okay.
loved it.
I'm going to have a guess.
I play
but
it all the
I'm not
time.
gonna
I
say
play it. I play it in between snooker frames when I'm waiting to play snooker at the club.
It is what I was thinking.
I'm playing it in bed. I'm playing it.
I think I know which one it is.
I think we all know what this is, don't
I
we?
better snap to it.
yeah, Bloody Marvel, snap.
It's
Microsoft.
it's Astro's
Solitaire.
Playroom.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap.
Snappy snap.
Marvel Snap is just brilliant. It's the perfect mobile phone game. Short matches. You all the bloody characters that you love from the Marvel films. You've got the quick gold in there. You've got Thingy, and you've got Steel Man.
Yeah,
and
what's his name?
Thingy.
Green Dude, and you've
Right.
got Thunder Boy, right? And you're all the ones, right? And the Star King, right? From the Guardians of
And
the
dude,
Universe.
Dude with special shoes.
Tree Boy,
Why not?
Tree Boy that grows into a tree man. That's Vin
Yes,
Diesel.
I
Vin
am
Diesel
Tree Boy,
Tree
that's what
Man.
he says.
Vin Diesel
Yeah.
Tree Man is in
Yeah.
the game. So all those, and they all have great abilities. The locations, the different lanes that you put the cards in are brilliant. They keep changing it up, and sometimes you think, how many more varieties of these locations can they do? And they do another one, and you're like, fucking hell, that completely changes the way I'm going to change this deck. Now I have to make a new fucking deck based on this. and then you change, and then you see somebody else use a card against another card, and you're like, fuck, I never thought of that, you bitch. So then you make another deck, and then that
This
deck
game's making you very angry.
isn't
it does.
as good as the deck that you had before, so you got to tweak it, and then you unlock things, and it's making these like sound effects like animated frame break, and you're like, give me more of that fucking drug. I just want to fucking unlock more cards. Safe to say, I like Marvel Snap.
All right, well, tell us how you really feel. There.
Yes.
I'll be honest. I don't think this game sounds very healthy for you.
I just want to
I don't know what it is.
play
It's
it.
got its hooks in him. He
Honestly,
enjoys it. Clearly he's having a great
I'd
time.
play it more, but the fucking car that I'm driving just has an annoying habit of crashing, you know? I just yeah, it's good. It's good. I love it. I think it's just so well made. I saw a video of the guy who made it. You know, he's like the Hearthstone guy, and he had too many teeth, and he was too happy. So I switched it off. I didn't
Too
like him.
many teeth and too happy.
It was too. You know, British people, Duke,
Yeah,
are
yeah.
a little wary of people being a bit too happy. You know what I mean?
Apparently.
If you're like, hello, how are you? We're really excited. I'm just right. Red flag. Go away.
Yeah, too much.
Don't
too much.
want it.
Sure.
Don't want it. Please. If he just went,
can see
you're
that.
right. Look, I'm fucking tired. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Like play. Like I'm like,
Made
I
a
like-
fucking game. Just
I
play
like
it.
this guy. I like this. So yeah, Marvel Snap number 3. It's the bollocks.
Excellent. Duke, what
Yes.
MMO is next on your list?
So are we at number 3? Game of the year 3?
Number 3. Number
We
3.
are.
You cheeky
Yeah.
bastard.
Number 3 was a game I came really close to buying.
It's not even a
During-
full bloody game. What's a minute? You've got a demo. as
It's
your
a
number
real
3.
game. No, it's. Would you shut your gob?
Wow.
What?
Wait, what the fuck?
Christ. Why don't
A
you stop
demo.
jumping down my throat before
Yeah.
I
A
even
demo.
get done with
Hey,
my description?
Stu,
It's
his
not a
list.
demo. It's
Well, how did you
if it
come-
were, that would be fine, but it's not.
Everybody
Alright,
knows.
okay.
Everybody knows that listing art is not a waste of time.
Just a minute,
right?
just a minute, just a minute.
So
I'm guessing it's a Game Pass game then, is it?
Was that okay if it is? I don't
I
want to hurt
guess
your
I
feelings.
can
mean,
accept
Jesus
the Game Pass game.
Christ.
bloody
But why would you
hell,
buy a
Stu.
Game
Oh,
Pass
thank you so
game?
much.
What's
Let
the
me
point
talk.
of
I
Game
am
Pass?
talking. Will you let me talk? Can I talk for once?
If
Can
you
you
then
put-
buy the game.
Yeah, can you just let the man talk, Stu?
Sorry, I'm sorry, dude.
Alright.
Go on, carry on. Okay.
'Cause he
I
doesn't
Need
get
for
a chance
Speed
to
Unbound.
talk.
Shut. God damn it! You
He's gone. I think I broke it.
I'm so
I think
sorry,
I'm-
new
I think I
listeners.
broke
I'm really
it.
sorry.
I think I
I'm trying
broke
to
it.
have a fun conversation
I think I
about the
broke
best
it.
games of the
I
year.
was like,
And these two
Oh, that's just brilliant.
I'm
sticks
sorry.
are busy
Will, shut up.
critiquing
Well,
everything
shut
I
up.
say,
Will, shut up.
jumping in.
Will, shut up.
Need for Speed Unbound.
Ah,
It's
yes.
a great racing
I get
game.
you.
It's cute. It's fun. They went back to having fun. A lot of people don't like the fact that this is a fun game. The reviews on Steam are mixed right now, which is weird to me. But I guess, if people like the more realistic style of some of the other Need for Speed games, I can totally see how this would not fit it. But it's exactly what I want from a Need for Speed game. It is the most fun Need for Speed. It's the most fun racing game I've had since Need for Speed Carbon, which is my all-time favorite racing game. You're running from the cops, you're careening through fences. When you accelerate with your nitrous, it has these cool graffiti effects that show up. Stupid story, but you're a persistent character that you can customize, and my character is dripped out. I just had so much fun with it. The reason I haven't played the whole game, in case you're wondering, is
Okay.
because it's available on EA Play through Xbox Game Pass, but only for 10 hours. And as I said once upon a time on this show, once you get to a certain point in the story mode, you're done. So I was just getting into it thinking I have 5 more hours of this game available to me. No, you don't, Duke. You only have 0 more hours, because you could play the online, Duke, but the online sucks because everybody who plays the online has got these cars that are 10 times better than yours. And I think I realize that I don't want to race against actual humans because I'm not very good at racing. But
Correct.
I can race against bots pretty well, I guess. I don't know.
The style of this game reminds me of Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
It has
Fair enough.
kind of like 2D elements drawn in after the fact.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
know.
It does.
And I watched the
Yep.
Mitchell and the Machines, which is also made by the same people that made Spider-Verse. And that it's a fully 3D rendered animated movie, but like now and again they'll just do like weird 2D sort of like cartoon
Yeah, sure.
things. It's a
Right,
cool
and I
style.
think that one of my favorite movies of all time is Waking Life, which did some very interesting things with animation, rotoscoped over actual people acting, and then they did strange things with it, and they should have done more of that with Scanner Darkly, but they did some. So anyway, I think this game does that very well as well, and I had a lot of fun with it. It was on sale for 40% off during the Steam sale, which is pretty remarkable since it only came out in December of last year. But the problem is that it's still they set it at $70 price point. So it was still like $42, and I was really close to buying it. I'm like, it's going to probably get even cheaper soon, so I'll wait till it's like $10 or something.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Racing games are cool, but who wants to pay full price for one of these things?
Well, I didn't have to come close to paying full price, but it was still a bit much for me. So
yeah, a bit too steep.
Yep.
Okay, my number 3 is As Dusk Falls.
Okay. We've already talked about it. We can just move right along.
We can move right along. Needless to say, it's great. I loved it.
Yeah,
I really liked the game.
I was kidding.
Yeah.
You can say more about it if you want.
Yeah, I mean, we'll say a little bit
Not the type of person
because
to cut people off if they really want to talk about a game, because that's very.
I was a
rude.
little bit like Chinny with this, to be fair, because I'd seen quite a lot about it before I bought. Well, it was on Game Pass, so it's great, isn't it? That's another double bonus. But yeah, when it came out, I did think like, when you first started, it is quite a lot to sort of get past, like the animation style, the way it's acted. It's not your normal kind of video game, but it just worked. Once you got your head around it and you didn't really consciously think about it too much anymore, it was brilliant. I loved the tension. I loved the way the story was structured. I loved all the, like you say, Chinny, all the individual things that can change for each character depending on what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So there was definite meaning in the stuff you could do. And you could be a complete arse in a scene, or you could try and be nice, or there was so many different choices and ways to play each element of the game. I really liked it. It's good.
Yeah.
So there you go. And there's not a lot more to say about it, really. But if you haven't played it and you want a story game, there you go. You can't do much worse than this. Play it. Just play it.
Let's play it.
Play it.
Yeah.
Right. Silly categories. Next one.
Wacky Cat.
Please, Chinny.
Okay. Give me a sec. Right. Okay. My next category is best game I played that didn't come out this year.
Okay.
Okay.
Best
come
game
out
I
last year?
played that it came out. I think it did come out last year.
I don't know why I'm asking that. I'm not going to be able to get it either way.
Okay. I think it's hard to think what everyone's played.
I'm trying to find out what year it came out. 'Cause I should
We play a
know.
lot of games on this show.
Yes, we do.
What game? What? Yeah. Oh, it came out 2020. 2020.
All right, so not that old. Not that
Not
old.
that old. Not that old.
Not that old. I think
It's-
we're going to need a clue.
You don't play as a human or a robot or an
Stray.
alien. You play as an animal,
Stray.
He's never
not-
played Stray.
not Stray.
And it
And that
did not
And that came out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That came out this year.
Woof, the dog game about being in a
I'm trying to think what game you played where you play as an animal.
Yes.
An animal.
Some would say a very
Paw Patrol.
a very dangerous animal, but
Paw
some
Patrol.
say
What?
yeah, those Paw
Man-eater.
Patrol dogs are fucking vicious. Man.
Yeah.
An American Pit Bull Terrier.
Man-eater.
They're dangerous.
It's the shark
Yeah.
game, Maneater.
Oh, of course.
Man
Did
eater.
you play that this year?
I
He's
played
That
this-
seems like ages ago since you spoke about this game.
This was the first game that I played this year. Well,
I was
last
going
year,
to say, it
last
does
year.
seem a long time
I
ago.
played this in January, so I played this basically this time last
Yeah.
year. So yeah,
That's
I played it
mad.
a year ago. Yes, it was the first thing I played, and I just thought it was fantastic. I thought Man Eater was
Watch
just
out, here Chinny comes.
he's the Man Eater. yeah,
He's
you know,
the boy hunter.
it's that perfect mix of like you're super powerful at the start, full animated cutscenes, unlockable, being really weak at the start, being a little tiny shark. I won't say the two words that go together with that song. And then you eat. It's like feeding frenzy, and then you eat, and you like when you see crocodiles, they're a pain in the ass. But then after a while, you just fucking kill crocodiles like they're nothing. And I just really, really enjoyed this. It was a gamey game, you know, it was a proper game where you level up and you fucking find stuff, and there's a map, and it's good, and you just find things. And I did everything in the game. I loved it, Manny. I finished it quick. That's how I know I love the game, is because I fucking smash it. And I absolutely loved Mania. The combat was.
I downloaded this. It's on Game Pass. I haven't played it yet, but
the combat's a little bit like repetitive, a little bit, but it does get better. So if you sort of stick to it, like you get unlockables, and you can get like electro like bones or something like that. I don't know, some mad shit. So yeah, it's all right. So Mania, I think I mean, if it came out this year,
I love the fact you can flop around on land.
That's honestly, when sometimes you can do that, and like there's people running around, and they just fucking. It's the most terrifying. Imagine a shark coming out of the water and then just flopping towards you, going, and it's just fucking hilarious. And the people are idiots, and they're like, they're all fat and just funny, and it's great. Yeah, absolutely brilliant game. All right, Mania. Yep.
There you go. Yep. Duke, your next silly category, please.
If you like based on our previous interactions, I think you're gonna love this, Stu. Because this is the best game that I didn't play of 2022.
Wait a minute.
I didn't play a demo. I didn't play it at all, but I know I'm going to like it.
Best game that you didn't play.
Best game you didn't play.
Right. And y'all didn't play it either, just for the record. Like,
so nobody's played this game
not on this podcast. Man.
In this group.
Right.
I have no idea what's the best.
It's part of a series, and y'all played the first game in the series. I don't think y'all played. Well, you played an auxiliary game in this series, but you haven't played it in a while. I went nuts for the previous game in the series, and it's not named what the other games in the series are named.
What?
That made no sense.
I know.
No, I know what he means, but I can't think of a game that applies to.
Yep.
The Witcher.
No.
It's ostensibly a different genre from the other games in the series, but from what I understand, it's not. It's a fantasy game, but it's not really a fantasy game.
Everything you're saying makes no fucking sense.
No, it makes no sense at all.
I'm trying not to just blurt it out. The main character of this game is a marginal character from a previous game. Here's another hint.
You keep saying words.
Well, let me say something that might be more helpful. The first game in the series we all played together back in the day, and it was freaking bonkers, and it was a lot of fun.
What, is it in co-op?
Well, it was, yeah. The first game in the series. I assume this is in co-op too, but I wouldn't play it co-op because I don't have any friends. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Borderlands.
Right.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes. I haven't played it, but I know I'm going to love it. Basically, I'm being a cheapskate. I want to, I'm waiting for it to get cheap. It was like 50% on the Steam sale. So I should get it, but, cheapskate, waiting. But no, I mean, everything you see, it looks great. They've found the formula and they've really polished it up. And it's, I hear nothing but good things about this game, and I'm going to play it at some point soon. But in the meantime, I'm just
I think this was one of those games that came out, and I don't know, it just didn't get maybe the attention it deserved, because I've heard lots of good, like you, I've heard lots of good things about it.
Yep.
But I feel like it was a bit underrated.
I think a lot of people look at Borderlands as like, I mean, look, when a new Assassin's Creed game comes out, like a lot of people look at it and they're like, okay, here we go, another Assassin's Creed game. And I think that that's true about a lot of Borderlands stuff. And so I think this fell under that, because even though it's not really a Borderlands game, it's still basically a Borderlands game, right?
Yeah, isn't it turn-based or something weird?
No,
I think it's
something weird
person.
about it. No, I thought there was something weird about it, like
I think the only thing weird is the fact that it's a different genre. It's like fantasy rather than sci-fi. But I mean, it's still basically sci-fi.
Isn't she like orchestrating like a board
Right,
game
it
or
is.
something,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
dungeon
exactly.
thing.
It's under the auspices of like a Dungeons and Dragons adventure.
Right.
So there's that. But
Mhm,
for all
mhm.
intents and purposes, from what I understand, as you play it, it's a lot like a Borderlands thing.
Okay.
So
Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, looks great.
Right.
Can't wait. I mean, I shouldn't say I can't wait to play it because if I couldn't wait, I would be playing it.
Yeah, you'd be playing it.
You know, I will play it. Gonna be fun. Thumbs up.
Nice.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't be. It won't be my.
Right, you
most
ready for mine?
game of next year.
Well,
Yeah, go
in the
ahead.
chat, Ian says I can't get past the weirdness of Yakuza. Somebody mentioned Yakuza. I think they was trying to guess what games something was. Ian has tried lots of times, but it doesn't work. I tried once, Ian, and Yakuza is wank. Tainted Brain said played Judgment this year. Haven't finished it yet. I liked that. Have yet to start a proper.
The thing is,
Yakuza game.
Judgment's kind of normal though in the terms of Yakuza games, because it's like a proper story and it's a detective story and you've got to find out who the killer is, and there is weirdness still because obviously it's set in the Yakuza universe, but it's not quite as weird. As a Yakuza.
What's your category then for the next one?
My category is this game I played that pisses all over everything else that came out this year. So this is an old game.
That's not your game.
Hold on. This is an old game. What did you say?
This is an old game. So it's a game I played this year
all over
that
things
pisses
that
all
came
over
out
everything
this
else
year.
that came out this year.
So an old game that's a lot better than what came out this year.
Correct.
Okay. How old are we talking? 2 years, 5 years, 10 years?
Old.
So like 1980, Pac-Man.
Not that old. But it's old. It's an old game. Or old games, should I say. There's a big clue.
Old games. The Tecmo Bowl adventure games. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
So
The Atari collection.
I played some games this year that piss off everyone. No, that piss all over everything else that came out this year. So it's better than any game. Better than any game that came out this year.
But it's not your game of the year.
No, because it came out a long time ago. It's too old.
All his
too
games
old to be
came
my
out
game
this
of the
year.
year.
Yeah, he's.
It's too old, man. But it's better than anything else I've played this year.
Donkey Kong Jr., and Donkey Kong 3.
No. Chinny should know this instantly. He should do, but he's obviously
Yeah,
not.
Chinny, come on. Why don't you know this instantly?
Yeah, how do you not know this instantly?
Is it by
Chinny?
Sega?
No.
Is it by Atari?
No.
Is
It's
it-
not
and
that
is
old. It is old, but it's not that old.
Dead Space?
No, but you're closer.
Resident Evil?
No. Chinny and I
Silent Hill?
Chinny and I played these games together
Left 4 Dead?
this year. No.
Borderlands?
No.
Tales from the Borderlands. That was the
Oh
one
my
I was
God,
referencing,
no.
by the way. That's not really part of the series, but it's got the same name.
Yeah, that's a good game, by the way.
Pac-Man Jr.
No.
Pac-Man Fever. Mass
No.
Effect.
No. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Give them
Oh,
a prize.
Darren got it. I mean, I guessed it. I was right.
You did. You got there
Yeah.
eventually.
Okay. Good job.
But yeah,
Darren.
Chinny and I played the Mass
Yeah,
Effect
that's
trilogy at
true,
the
you
beginning
did.
of this year.
Yes.
That's right.
And I'll be honest, those games
They do shit
piss
all
over
yeah.
everything I've played this year
It
for
does,
quality.
yeah. But no, I looked at my year of like what I enjoyed this year, and obviously like, yeah, Mass Effect.
How could you not say you enjoyed that? Because I just
No,
love
I
playing
don't know.
things.
Like I did, like, but I looked at everything that I played this year. I look at Mass Effect and I go, yeah, that was probably like one of the top things that I enjoyed this year.
It is. That's
Yeah.
why I put it down. I'm like,
yeah,
I love those games so much.
yeah.
And I'd forgotten so much. So it was great playing them again because I couldn't remember half of what I did
Yeah.
the first time.
My
for-
10-year rule, honestly,
Yeah.
my 10-year rule of video games, which is if a game is more than 10 years old, it's been more than 10 years since you've played it, play it again because you can't remember fucking any of it.
No,
It's
I
basically
couldn't. I remember some of the key
revitalized
stuff.
my
Yeah.
love for video games because now I'm thinking, oh my god, basically every video game that I love, I can just play again in 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
There you go.
Oh my god! But this game, honestly, the 3 games, even the third one, which a lot of people were disappointed
Yeah,
with,
they
is
were shit,
still a
but it's still
fucking
great.
good game.
Still great.
Still an amazing game.
And it's a treat. It's
Oh,
a treat
those
because
were
you don't remember it. You just like, I don't
No.
remember any of this.
Those were the days when they made brilliant games. Oh my
Mhm.
god! So yeah,
I know
so
we
there you
sound
go.
old, but we're right.
We are right. No, we're totally right.
Those were the days.
Best fucking game of the year. No, all right,
Wow,
okay.
Tainted Brain
Talking
never
of,
played Mass Effect. How about
I
that?
can't believe that.
Crazy.
I can't believe there are people
Yeah.
who have never played this.
Crazy.
So good.
Crazy.
So fucking
We should
good.
do that again though this year or a couple times. Like,
Well,
just,
I've started one. I've
Which
already
one- what did
started
we
one
s-
of those.
what's that?
Max Payne 3. I'm already playing it.
Oh yeah, we said we was going to do that. weren't we?
Yeah, I'm well in it. I am in.
Okay.
Again. How
Okay.
good is that game? That
Ah,
game is
fucking
so
brilliant.
good.
So good.
So good.
So fucking
Honestly,
good.
again, I'd forgotten how good this game was.
And people did like people liked it when it came out, but there wasn't like buzzing about it. But honestly,
No,
fucking hell, that
so
game's
fucking
amazing.
good. It like, do you know when I talk about games that I'd like games to be more like movies?
Yeah.
This is just fucking John Wick. I mean, that John Wick went,
Yeah.
hey, if you see that game Max Payne 3, we should make a movie like that.
Yeah.
Because that's basically this game.
Except there's actually a story in
Yeah,
Max Payne
there is
3.
a story.
Bam.
There is a story.
Bam.
Yeah.
It's well acted. There are no cutscenes.
Unlike John Wick. Bam.
Yeah.
No cutscenes. I'm like, I didn't
Bam.
remember there were no cutscenes.
No
This
cutscenes.
game was way ahead of its time.
Amazing.
Anyway, that's not the game we're talking about. Let's talk about our next game of the year game. So,
No. Oh, is it? Is it?
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Is it?
We've all done a silly category, so it's number twos, people, and that doesn't mean a poo. We know what Chini
So
does
you've
on
done.
the
What was
show.
your
He
number
can't-
3, Stu? I forgot.
My number 3 was As Dusk Falls.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And then this.
I think we should do
was-
two. Next time we should do 2 silly ones because then we can end with our.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
All right. Meanwhile, number 2 game of the year.
Number 2.
Number 2,
game of the year.
Chini.
Kenny, your second, your runner-up,
game
your
that was-
silver medal, your almost
Your
ran, or
game-
also ran.
Yeah, I'm proud
That
of this
was
one.
poo.
I'm proud
Number
of this
1
one.
loser.
I'm proud
Go
of this
ahead.
one.
What are you proud of? Like proud of? Like you did it.
You know, look, I did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Vampire Survivors.
Oh, I like that.
Vampire
Yeah.
Survivors, made by one man.
Yes, it was.
You can play it with one hand. It's so simple.
Yes.
You see, do you know what the beauty of this game is, Chini? You can actually carry on wiping your bum whilst you're playing the game.
Yes. I'm sorry,
Beautiful.
just glossing over that. Yeah, it's, you know, and there's things about the game that I haven't even done yet, and I've played so many hours into it. So there's just loads of stuff. There's weapons that I haven't even used, and I remember when I said, "Oh, I thought I finished it," and then I played it again. I was like, "Oh, I haven't done this before." So there's just layers and layers and layers of stuff in this game, and it's addictive, and it's simple and brilliant and fun. I love it. Vampire Survivors, just one of the greatest games. It looks so shit. I mean, you look at it and you're like, oh my god, what is this? Like, not even the
know.
fucking boxes that the texts are in. Like, you know, they don't look pretty. It doesn't look like a pretty game, but
Nope.
it's so good.
It's virtual crack, is this game. That's what this game
I don't know.
is.
I tried crack one time and I couldn't leave it, and I tried this and I was able to walk away from it. So I don't
Oh,
think
there
that's
you
a
go.
real
Who knew?
analogy. You know, crack's one of those things I just can't, stop using.
Love it.
There you go. He has
But
a
I hide
pipe
it
and
really well.
everything.
I'm a functioning crack addict.
You're a functioning crack addict. Who knew?
So yeah, Vampire Survivors is my number 2 game. of
Excellent.
the year
Dude,
2022.
What
Yeah.
is your number 2 demo stroke MMO?
No, this is a real game, and it's not an MMO or a demo. But it's funny
Okay.
that you said that because you were wrong last time and you're wrong this time. So it's cute though. Keep doing
Oh, I
it. It's
I
fun.
added another one in there for
Right.
Let me talk. I am
What a
talking.
category.
Will you let me talk? Can I talk for once?
Patrick's Parabox
you. Oh, I remember this.
is a
You love
puzzle
this game.
game that no one has played, but everyone should play it. It is the most mind-bendy puzzle game since Portal. It is really elegant. It's really confusing. It's all about iteration and infinity and things inside of other things, inside of other things, inside of themselves. It's a very simple visual style. Let's talk about games that don't look pretty. I mean, I think this looks pretty enough, but the reason it looks pretty is because it is a very simple style. But beneath that simplicity, there lurks a fiendish complexity.
Yeah, this game, I have to say, when I saw like this for the first time, I haven't played this game, but I was like, man, this is an interesting puzzle dynamic, and I was like, do I even want to attempt to try and do this?
It's one of those games that's like very confusing, and it's one of those games you have to, once you start doing things in it, your brain has to work differently, and it gets tough. It gets really tough at certain points, but I think they do a good job of keeping the things interesting in that they just add one ingredient at a time, and they let you play with it, and then they move on, and then you add another ingredient, and you play with it, and then you move on. And so it's it's one of those games where you kind of start. Tainted Brain's talking about looking at getting it because of me. All right, do it.
Wow.
It's one of those games that it's really hard to describe. Like it's impossible to give anybody a sense of it if they're only listening, right? You've got to go look up gameplay of this.
You have to look at it. Yeah. Patrick's Parabox. Google it.
And it's relatively cheap. I don't remember how much it is on Steam, but it's it's worth every penny I paid. I got it full price because I think I played a demo and then just loved it so much that I dove right in. And it's one of those things where if you push a box the wrong way, you have to start the round over. But that's not a big deal because there's lots of ways to proceed once you do that.
Just to let you know, it is $20 on Steam in British money. That's £15.49.
Really? I didn't realize it was that expensive. I thought it was cheaper. Well, as I say, in my opinion, worth every penny. I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't do all the levels. Oh, there's my 2 minutes. So there's more to the game than what I played, but it's awesome. Very innovative, very smart, very tough, but very fair.
Nice.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool. It's a pretty cool
very
game.
Yep.
Okay, my number 2 game is actually, I've broken one of my usual rules.
Ooh, is it a demo? Is it an
No,
MMO?
it didn't come out
VR
this
game?
year.
It didn't come out this year. Jeez, what's he like?
Some years we've picked 5 games that just didn't come out this year. It doesn't really matter.
I know.
True.
I like to try and keep it current, though.
Yep, me too.
But
I kind of think it should be like 5 games that you just loved in the year. Do you know what I mean?
And I did this game. I absolutely loved, and I think, and I'm quite certain in what I say here is the best in this series of games that has been developed so far.
Is it one of the Dark Pictures?
No, it isn't.
Resident Evil?
But it's a similar sort of series to Dark Pictures, to be fair.
Resident Evil?
No. Nope.
Is it Resident Evil?
No.
How about Resident Evil?
Nope.
Oh, it's Resident Evil.
No.
All right.
I don't know. I give up.
Resident Evil.
Duke hated. He played and hated the first in the series of these games.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
There you go. How did you know?
He hated the first
I
in the series.
hated the first game in the series. Well, it can't be Stanley Terrible because that was only, thank God, one game.
It can't be Resident Evil because we've said that 17
It's
times.
definitely not Resident Evil.
That'd be funny if it were, and he was just like,
I will just tell you, I will put you out in your miseries. It's Life is Strange True Colors.
I didn't hate the first game in the series. What are you talking about?
You hated the scene with the teacher. That's what you hated.
Yeah, you did.
That doesn't mean I hated the game.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm defending
Maybe.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Fair enough.
Anyway. I think this is by far and away the best in the series. It's the most accomplished. It's the best story. The animation for me is better than any of the other games.
Shining through.
And it's just so good. The characters are so well drawn. The acting is brilliant. And again, this game genuinely has.
I love you. Sorry, go ahead.
Genuinely has consequences for your actions.
Yeah.
If you
but it's not rewinding time like the first.
No, there's none of that stuff. So there is a special power, but it isn't that.
Well, there is a special power because I'm looking at a character and he's glowing fucking red, Stu.
Yeah. So there is a special power.
Yeah, you can see people's true colors.
Yeah, you can. That's pretty much it. How did you know?
That's why I love it.
You're evil. I can see it.
But it's so good. I love this game so much. But they're probably one of the best stories all year for me.
Okay.
Probably one of the best stories all year. It's so good. I really, really liked it. It's brutal, by the way, as you can see in this scene.
Well, yeah.
But some bad shit happens, shall we
You're gonna
say?
kick him in the
Apparently.
fucking ribs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think you need to be able to see a red aura around somebody to tell that he's an asshole if he's kicking your friend in the ribs over and over again. I think that's very
Tenty
easy to see
Brain,
his true colours.
Tenty Brain said, "Stu, did you play the game with a guy to get the best ending?" I never do that. Can I just say, I never ever do that.
Nah, Stu, that's not how you roll, Stu.
No, I like
Yeah.
to whatever shit I do wrong, I just do it wrong.
Oh bloody hell, she's punching this chap, isn't she?
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Oh
brutal.
God.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh.
she gives him a
Oh
good.
bloody hell, she
kicking.
gives him a slap as well. Jesus.
Yeah, she fucking kicks the shit out of him.
What's wrong
Serious.
with this character, man? Jeez.
Well,
Oh,
maybe they
yeah,
have a good
she is.
reason.
Honestly, it's so good. You know, Chinny, how you said you didn't think you'd like as Dusk Falls, but you ended up you did. This would probably be in that category for you, I reckon.
Yeah, maybe.
I reckon it would because it's
I'd
just
rather
so
play
good.
the Until Dawn sort of game.
Yeah, they're good. They're pretty good too.
Yeah.
You see, the Quarry didn't make any of my list, and I quite like that as well.
The Quarry.
Yeah.
The Quarry was pretty good too.
Quarry.
But this
your
is
number
a whole other
2
level.
game is Life is Strange.
Second best game of the year. Life is
True
Strange, True Colors.
Colours.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on the Cyndi Lauper song.
Okay, 2 silly categories, people. Let's do these.
Yeah.
Let's do these bitches.
We're going to do a quick round of our first silly category, then a quick round of our second silly category.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
All right, Chinny,
Chinny,
go ahead. Silly,
Very silly.
silly.
Game
Tell
that I
us a
thought
silly.
that I would like, but stopped playing straight away. I thought I would
goodness.
like this game
Stray.
so
Wow.
much that I thought that I would like this game so much. I was debating buying a PS5 for it.
Wow.
There's your
Oh,
clue.
no, I was going to say, is it that?
Sackboy?
No.
It didn't come out this
It's
year.
not Sackboy.
It didn't come out this
Okay.
year for the console that I was going to buy it for.
Is it Deathloop?
It is Deathloop.
See, I quite like Deathloop.
I thought Deathloop was going to be
Mm.
brilliant. I remember when it came out, everybody was talking about it. I was like, fucking hell, I might buy a PS5 just for this. Like, might be the game that I buy a PS5 for. And then we played it, and I was like,
Yeah, I just remember you not being that impressed.
I just wasn't.
Yeah, I was not that
It was-
impressed either.
It's too
Because
like,
it's a stealth game.
Go
And I didn't
anywhere
realize
you
it was a
want.
stealth game.
it's too much
Right.
of that. It's like do whatever you want.
That too.
I wasn't into it. I think the Sonic games are better, which is the same people that made those.
Yeah, yeah.
I like those. Because there's just loads of mechanics and things in it. The learning curve was very high, and I wasn't, maybe if I played it again, I'd click with me. But no, I really just dropped off it. I was like, I have no interest in playing Deathloop. So that wins.
No, I remember. I was quite shocked.
That wins the game that I thought that I would like, but stopped playing it straight away category. Very popular category.
Very good.
Deathloop.
Duke, yours.
Yeah.
Or your
my
first
next-
of 2.
Right. Most improved game of 2022. It is not a demo.
It ain't Rocket League.
It ain't a demo.
It is an MMO though.
Well, it'll be whatever that Amazon thing, that other Amazon.
Yeah.
thing.
Amazon,
New
the other
World,
one.
baby.
New World. There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
They're such
they've
generic
done a lot
names.
It is such a generic name.
New
It's
World.
really stupid. And I think they're trying to incorporate, because the main image is the conquistador with the hat. But whatever. But they've done a lot of good work to fix the problems that people were complaining about. It's obviously too little too late because the player base has fallen way off. But nevertheless, as I've said, it's exactly what I was looking for in a game. It's got a lot of quests and, fun things. You can adjust your character, run around, kill monsters, get better loot. Yeah, I'm having a
Out of all
blast.
these,
I was
like- Go on.
I was just going to say, I'm quite shocked. I thought this would be Duke's game of the year.
Well, I stuck to games that I played this year, or came out this year rather.
All right,
Forced
okay.
myself to stay
Fair enough.
on that.
Out of all these,
whatever.
like,
but I wanted to give this a shout out. So
shitty like MMOs that you play, this is probably the one that I liked the look of the most.
yeah, well, it's polished. It's very polished,
it
and
looks
it's not.
polished.
Again, like I think that the advantage that this has is that you buy it and then you have it, whereas in a lot
done.
of other ones, it's free, and they have to keep clawing their money out of you. And I much prefer this model of I've already given you your money. Stop hucking me for stuff.
How do they get
And,
more money
they're-
out of you though after?
Well, they're trying
Yeah.
to sell you cosmetic stuff, I guess, but
Yeah, but that's fine.
I'm not paying for that, So yeah, I just think it's awesome, and it's I'll probably get bored with it at some point, but in the meantime, I sit down, I'm like, hey, yeah, I can play some Rocket League, I can play whatever game I'm playing right now, maybe a few rounds of a puzzle game, and then I'll do some New World to just chill. Like it's very it's not exactly like Power Wash Simulator, but it serves a similar function for me in that I can kind of turn my brain off. Just do a quest, run toward the quest marker, find the things in the box.
I just think this is the only podcast that has compared New World, an Amazon-owned MMO, to Power Wash Simulator.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't think many
Interesting.
people do that.
Yep.
Interesting.
So there it is.
Excellent. Right. My next category is, here comes the guesses.
Here it comes.
Game I should have finished but got distracted by shiny new things.
Bloody hell.
It could be anything. Could be anything.
That could be like a 50 list of 50 games.
Assume it's God of War, Ragnarok?
No, although that was close to being that game
Is it
too.
Elden Ring?
No, to be fair, these two games were kind of equally.
Is it?
A
Plague Tale Requiem?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. There you go.
It could have been any number of games, to be fair. But Plague Tale Requiem, I think more so than God of War Ragnarok, because I just so loved the first game, and I thought,
and also it came out like
I thought, yeah, it did. I thought I was going to play it and just play it until I finished it because I loved the first game so much, and that it just didn't happen. I don't know what it was.
You can't help it. You can't help yourself.
No, I know. I think God of War probably came out, and that's why I carried on playing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I should have finished it by now, and I'm a bit annoyed at myself for not having done so.
I mean, these things don't matter, and everything's pointless. But yeah, you should be annoyed.
I am annoyed. I am annoyed at myself. I'm frustrated that I didn't actually finish the game. So I am a bit annoyed and frustrated at myself. But I will finish it in the new year. So that it will be finished.
Good.
So there you go. That's that one
Go.
done. Right, back up to you, Chinny, for your final silly category.
Final category, which is game I wish I liked more.
Yours are a lot of this type of category, just saying. So, game you wish you'd liked more. God of War Ragnarok.
No.
I'm trying to think. What else is there?
A couple of clues. It is very highly rated. It came out initially. It came out in 2013.
What?
However, it came out on the previous console, and then it came out on the current gen console in 2020. So it's only been available to me in 2020. Let's just say.
Right. Okay.
And big clue. Nintendo.
Breath of the Wild? No.
No, that's not
Come out in 2013.
No, it definitely didn't.
Donkey Kong?
Nope.
No. Pikmin. Pikmin 3.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Play Pikmin 3.
I knew.
Okay.
When
I'm doing pretty well tonight, by the way. Can I say?
We went to.
I'm on fire.
We went to New York this year, and I was like, on the flight, I'm gonna absolutely murder Pikmin, right? And I played it, and I was like, yeah, this is fine. And I don't really get on with mobile gaming, like when it's a Switch or a Steam Deck. Like I find it really hard to get invested in a game when it's in a small screen.
Right.
So I was just struggling, and then and I thought it was okay, and I played it a little bit in the hotel, and played it on the plane back, and then when I played it on the big screen, I enjoyed it more. Do you know what I mean? When I played it docked, I was enjoying it more. But I still sort of thought like it just doesn't capture like the love that I had of the first Pikmin. It is a good Pikmin game. I really, really liked it. But I sort of played it and moved on. It wasn't, for me, when a Mario game comes out, and I'm not a huge Zelda like fanboy, but I do. I mean, I played Breath of the Wild, and I recognise its brilliance and all that sort of stuff, but I never finished it. But when a Mario game comes out or a Zelda game comes out, for me, it's like an event. Do you know what I mean? It's like a fucking earth-moving event. And Pikmin is a bit like that. Like, I thought it was going to be. It was like, finally, a fucking Pikmin game. Pikmin 3 is out. And it just didn't rock my boat. It just wasn't the same. Maybe it's just because there's only so much you can do with that genre. But there is a Pikmin 4 coming out. I don't know. But yeah, I just didn't love it. And I thought that the biggest problem with it is in Pikmin 1, it's just you, the little astronaut guy, and the other Pikmin. In Pikmin 2, they introduced 2 astronauts, so you can play it sort of like simultaneously.
Co-op.
Yeah, and in this one they have 3. So the idea is that you play co-op, but you juggle the 3, and it just doesn't. It's not what I want. It's not what I want.
Is it too much?
It's just too much. I
too much
never did it.
complexity?
I never used it. I never did it unless the game like forced me to do it, and I just felt like it was shite. But that system was shite.
Feature creep. Feature creep.
I thought that system was shite. Don't get me wrong. I really liked this game, but it just isn't what I thought it was going to be. I didn't like it as much as I wanted to. Yeah, so a little disappointing. One of wasn't my biggest disappointment. Again, I had fun with it, but I just sort of played it and moved on. Unfortunately, so Pikmin 3 is the game that I wish I liked more.
Okay, Duke.
Yeah, so my final Fun Time award is Best Game from 2020.
Best game from 2020.
Well, that's a long list.
There's a long list.
Cyberpunk?
Nope.
No, he's never played it.
I'm just thinking of games that come
Didn't
out.
didn't play it. Didn't play it.
The Last of Us Part 2?
Nope, it's an indie game.
Factorio?
Oh, yeah.
Satisfactorio?
Nope. Here's the next hint.
Okay.
You both played it.
We both played it.
Oh, have we all played it, or just you and Chidi?
Yes, we have all played it.
Oh, Shady Part of Me.
Yay! You played it because I got it for you.
Yeah, you did.
Because you better fucking love it, or I'll kick your ass.
I did love it. It was good.
I don't know how I didn't see this when it came out, but I'm so glad I finally did. This is one of those games. I bought it for you two, and I think I bought it for someone else too. So yeah, it's one
you
of
did
those
Tainted
games
Brain. You bought it for.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's just it's so powerful. It hit me so hard. I thought that the story was well done. I thought the voice acting was great. I thought that the music hit in beautiful ways when that paper boat appears. Oh, mwah.
Yeah.
This
is one I need to get back to. I need to get back to this one because it's on the PC. I don't really go on the PC for gaming that much, but I need to get back to it.
So for those who don't know, it's a platform game where you are controlling a little girl in 3D space, but also her shadow, and you switch between them. I just felt like it did so many things so beautifully. I just loved it. I played it in one day. I had a snow day, and I just sat and played it.
It's a cool game. I love the aesthetic.
It's such a cool game. Yeah. Elegant. The puzzles aren't too hard. They're not too easy. I mean, they're relatively easy. It gets kind of stupid toward the end because they're trying to do too much. But by and large, I just think it's magnificent. So, if I were doing games of the year that I played this year without regard to like what when they came out, this would be my game of the year.
Oh,
cool.
That's a big thing.
Cool.
That's cool. All right, okay, my final game. Are you ready? Here we go.
Ready.
Game that would probably have been my game of the year if I could have been asked to finish it.
Okay.
Definitely Elden Ring.
Fuck it is. Oh my god, that game has got its hooks in me so much now. Duke, I'm telling you now, if you saw this game, played it on easy mode, you would fucking love it. It is Skyrim, but better.
Stop it.
Oh, honestly, it's so fucking good.
No, man.
I've killed 3 bosses now, and it's just so fucking satisfying. Oh, this game, it's just so deep. There's so much shit. It's like, honestly, you can go anywhere and everywhere, and it's just enormous. The world is fucking ridiculously big. And what they do so coolly well is interspace the massive... Oh, I know, that's such a good phrase, isn't it?
Yeah.
Interspace the massive, like, open worldy bits with these really concentrated corridor sections.
Yeah.
That works so well. Honestly, this game...
Skyrim does that. They're just all full of draggers, and they're just dungeons.
Yeah, this has so much...
That's
the biggest difference. You know what the biggest difference... No, just say... Oh, no, serious now. The biggest difference between this and Skyrim is variety.
Skyrim's fun? Oh, okay.
No, this is a lot of fun too. But it's the variety of
I've never
enemies.
heard before you. I never heard anybody talk about use the words fun and Elden Ring together. So
Yeah, well, that's because
granted,
they've not played
playing
in
it a
easy
slightly
mode.
different way, but yeah.
It is the easy mode that makes the difference.
So there's a lot of variety in the
There's
environments.
massive,
the
just environments, the monsters,
Yeah.
just everything. The character design of the monsters is just fucking off the
Hey,
charts.
you know what? It's giving me a rash that he's riding his horse with his sword out. Why don't you put his sword away? Can you put your sword away?
He's
No, 'cause
always
he's-
got to be ready, man.
You've got to be ready to stab something.
That's
in
why
the
you
face.
pull your sword out of your sheath really quickly. Can you really not put your sword away?
Yeah.
Don't let
so.
that be the
Okay.
fucking thing that you hang your coat
No,
on.
honestly,
Of course, that'll
honestly,
be the
dude,
type of thing that'll make me not
No,
play it. I'll play for
stop
5
it.
minutes. Go, couldn't put your sword away. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I guarantee, Duke, right? And I'm going to put my neck out here.
Are you gonna pay me $50 if you're wrong?
No, but
Well,
I'm
then
going to
you
put
can't
my neck out
guarantee
because
shit. I don't want to
know.
hear nothing about no guarantee if you're not putting 50 quid behind it.
I genuinely think you would like this game if you
Well,
played it
okay,
on
I
easy
appreciate
mode.
that. And I
I
might.
genuinely, and it's not that
but
difficult to set it up either to get it
If you
to
were to
work.
put $50 behind it, that would make me get it a lot sooner.
Well, yeah, because I'd pay for the game for you.
No, I wouldn't lie about whether I like it or not.
Oh, honestly, it's so good. I can't believe I waited so long to install the easy mode and then play it because it just makes it such a less stressful, just genuinely fun experience to run around the world killing shit and just
Sure.
finding new stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, like the other day, right? I went to this. I followed these footsteps, ghostly footsteps, and ended up in this
Mhm.
crystal cave section.
Yeah.
And there was no more save points till you got to the very end of the section. And some of the enemies
Okay.
just completely ignored them. Unless you attacked them, they wouldn't attack you, which is
Okay.
nothing like a Souls game. They just ignore you.
Mhm. Yeah.
But you get to the very end, and there's a final boss in the game. And I literally had like a millimeter of health left. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to go through all this again and do it.
Dude.
And I killed it. And I'm like, oh my god, I got 3 critical hits in on this thing. And I was like, oh my god. And it died, and I was like, that is satisfying that I just killed that without
Yeah.
dying.
Pillow of Soft says, Elden Ring, just play it.
It is definitely a just play it game. Honestly, it is a whole other level to everything else. I mean, really, it should be my game of the year, but I can't do it because I didn't finish it, and I haven't played it for 800 hours yet. So but it's massive. Duke, this is the best open world fantasy fighting game since Skyrim for sure.
Well, all right.
And The Witcher 3. In fact,
Well, I was gonna say you crossing over The Witcher 3 with that.
I would go as far as say I think I'm enjoying this more than The Witcher 3.
Wow, that says a lot, man.
Oh, so. Yeah, there you go. I've said it.
There you
There you
go.
Damn, I'm gonna have to play this bloody game.
You bloody are. Honestly, it's bloody brilliant.
Bloody.
Yeah.
And I love just the acting of the incidental characters you give you quests to do because they're so fucking. I don't know. They're all like they're bored. You know, like you go to someone to talk to them and they'll be like,
Sure.
"I have a quest for you."
Well, they've all been sitting there for hours, haven't they? Right?
I know, yeah. They're just waiting for you to come. But it's honestly, it's just brilliant. This is a just play it game,
Just
and it's just
Right.
it just looks fucking amazing. Anyway, I've said enough about that game.
That's
It
one
isn't even my
athletic
game.
horse.
It is. Oh yeah, double jumping. Oh, that
Yeah.
horse is amazing.
Horse has no fear.
It doesn't give a shit. It will do
Well, it
whatever.
doesn't have a choice. You're riding on it. You strapped all armor to it.
Yeah, it does. It
whipping
gets
it.
killed, by the way. It will get killed by enemies.
Yeah.
But then you can just respawn it again. It's no detriment. It doesn't matter if it gets killed because you can just
Boink.
whistle again. It just reappears. So this game isn't as punishing as you think. In all honesty,
Well, not with the easy mode on.
no, it isn't. Honestly, it makes such a difference. I know I'm a wuss and everything, but
Mhm.
I ain't got time for fucking all that leveling up shit to get to the same points as I am now. Would have taken me
Yeah,
forever.
sure. I hear you.
And that's it for those categories. So let's go to our
Those are the
actual...
wacky ones.
Are
Now
you
here
doing
come
the
the
drum roll here,
games.
dude.
I will do the drum roll for the game of the year.
Yeah.
Chinny, you're first. And your game of the year is...
God of War Ragnarok.
Wow, he did it.
There it is.
I know
That's not
it's...
on any of my lists, by the way. It isn't even on one of my
Yeah, but you haven't
lists.
finished it, that's why.
No, it's true.
I know it's easy to say God of War Ragnarok, And I don't think it's. When I say it's not as good as the 2018 God of War, I mean it by like 0.001 bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's still bloody brilliant, and I think they've. It's a tough task to make a game as good as the other God of War, but I think they've done a good job here, and I think they've introduced good characters. They've really changed it up with you're not just playing with the same. You're not you know in the first game you were always with your son, whereas in this game it swaps it up a lot more, and it changes the dynamic a lot more, and it's just really well made, put together, fun. I enjoy the combat, and I know it's not a Dark Souls or an Elden Ring, but this game is fucking hard, right? And you die a lot, and the combat is satisfying and difficult, and Stu, you sort of get the same thing, and I know again it's not as hard, but you get that same feeling of you come across a boss and you're like, I know I can beat this one.
Yeah.
I know I can, because there's these gravestones. They're like optional boss fights, right?
Yeah.
They're like the Valkyries in the other God of War. Remember those Valkyries right?
I do.
So basically, you come across these gravestones, and you don't have to do them, and then you come across them. So what you do, you put your key in to unlock the gravestone, and then a boss comes out, and you just do it just to see how leveled up this boss is, because you just don't know. And if their health bar is like red or purple, like you're in for a fucking fight. You know what I mean? But the way they hit, and you might be like, actually, I can sort of predict what they're going to do, and I think I can do it, And then about 2 or 3 times, you're like, actually, yeah, I think I can do it. I almost got it, and then you do it, and then sometimes you unlock a gravestone, and he comes out and he just hits you once, and you're like, oh, I'm fucked. Like this, there's no way I'm ready for this.
I'm definitely not ready for this yet.
Yeah. So God of War has that, and I die a lot. I die a lot in God of War. The combat is difficult, and then the game did this thing, and I won't spoil anything, but the game introduces a new weapon, right? The game introduces a new weapon, and at first I thought this weapon is fucking shit. Like, why? Give me this weapon now. This is so bad. I fucking love that weapon now. It's like my favorite weapon. So
that is fun.
It's nothing's wasted, man. Nothing's wasted. Luke says, I think it's easy, but Chinny is just bad. Well, yeah, there you go. What can you do? Luke, as you get older,
coming at you.
Opinion.
These things get harder. The story missions, the story mission like bosses and stuff, they're you get through them. You sort of know that you can win. So like, I never really sort of lose. I mean, I die, but I don't like.
To be fair, the Valkyries in the first game were there to be a massive challenge.
Well, that's it.
The
so the gravestones are the optional ones, and they're the
Yeah.
ones that are like, I don't know if I can beat this fucking thing yet, or like they're quite challenging. But sometimes in this game, you'll just get caught out. Do you know what I mean? You'll just fight like 3 random guys, and then there's the Crucible. So there's another area called the Crucible, and that has challenges like you can't take any damage for 5 minutes or 3 minutes or something.
Good God.
And you're just like, Jesus Christ. It's nuts. So and then there's another one where the enemy's health don't go down.
Right.
So the only way to kill him is to knock him off the edge. And it's really, really difficult. So you have to kind of like, all right, what moves do I have that like send them flying? Yeah, really, really cool. Really enjoyed it. And the story's great. Characters are great. Environments are great. Level design, great. Bosses are great. The game's great. God of War Ragnarok.
It's just great.
My number 1 game of 2022.
There you go. I don't think anyone can sort of say anything against that, really.
But Pillow of Soft in the chat says, my stepdaughter completed Elden Ring, but can't get the last gravestone in God of War.
I see. Someone else. There's an email that says a similar thing.
I know these gravestones are pretty difficult, but the ones that you like, I feel like I can do this one. It takes me about 2-3 times, and I do it. And there's these other ones that they're not gravestones. They're like kind of like it's like like a pit in like a hole in the floor, and they're like fire pits, and these like bosses come out of them. They don't happen very often, and there was one of those, and I was like fucking struggling for ages to get it, and I had to sort of turn around and give up. Yeah, so yeah, great game, love it, and yeah, I just want to play it now. It's one of them. God of War Ragnarok.
God of War Ragnarok. Right, Duke. Here we go.
Yeah,
Your number one
my
game.
game is also it probably cost as much to make this game that's my game of the year as it did to make God of War Ragnarok.
I'll bet he did.
So yeah, it's that kind of thing. My game of the year is Dinkum.
Australia, 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 we are united.
So if you've ever played Stardew Valley and thought to yourself, I wish I could play this game in 3D from third-person perspective and in Australia with all dingoes and kangaroos hopping around, Dinkum is your game. It is a very cute village builder. It is, I believe, early access. Certainly it's not fleshed out as much as it could be. People have posted some amazing builds on the Dinkum subreddit, but for the most part, you're probably not going to be doing a lot of terraforming because it takes a very long time to terraform stuff in this game. And every time I've started it thinking I'm going to make a town that looks beautiful, I end up just doing the basics of getting better gear and whatnot, and then I say, to hell with terraforming the town because there's really no point. But it's a really awesome game. It combines, survival, and there's a little bit of combat, but not too much. It's not really building in a traditional sense, but it is gathering stuff and then, crafting in that way. You have people coming to the island, and when I started playing it, I just dove in so hard. It was one of those games that was like, when can I play it? Like at school, grading papers, I'm like, oh, Dinkum, when I get home, I'm gonna do this and this. And you want to do a little more, you want to find the next thing, you want to complete a mission. It's so charming, it's so engrossing, it's so addictive, it's so well made. And again, one guy.
I remember you obsessing over this, I must admit. When you were playing it, you were just playing it.
Absolutely, I was
all the time.
Like I at some point I know I will go back. I'm the type of person who goes back to games, and the nice thing about a game like this is that you go away from it for a year, a lot of stuff gets added, or at least some things get added. So there's more stuff for you to check out. It's not a perfect game. There is a mine system that you can go down into that's procedurally generated. It's annoying and kind of frustrating to go through that. So I don't really go into the mines very much, as opposed to Stardew Valley when it's kind of fun to go in the mines. But whatever, it's beautiful, it's fun to play, it's charming. Like I said, there is a surprising amount of depth in it, and I just love the heck out of it. So
brilliant. Okay, I guess it's time for my game of the year.
Now here comes Stuart's game of the year, and it is.
Immortality is my game of the year.
Of course.
This is the mod for Alex?
No. Immortality.
Oh, this was the one from her story, whatever.
Her story, yes.
Right.
Wow. Such a cool game. This is one of those games which isn't really a game.
Right.
But it gets under your skin and you just think about it after you've finished playing it.
Yeah.
And it didn't quite fully work with me because I missed the key mechanic until very late on into the game, which was a bit of a shame because I kind of unlocked the final scene that you need to see with barely unlocking any of the others that go along with it because I just completely missed the cues that I should have seen earlier. So I was more annoyed at myself, if I'm being honest, for not, as a gamer, recognizing what I needed to do.
Right.
And when they designed this game, they were worried that people wouldn't work it out what they were supposed to be doing.
Right.
And they basically said you've just got to trust gamers because gamers are gamers and they will work that shit out because that's what. Well, I didn't because I'm stupid. Until the end of the game, but it's such a clever game. I urge everyone to play it. It's on Game Pass. You don't have to pay, and it's just very thought-provoking.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of layers. Is the best way to describe this game. Duke, I definitely think you would like it if you gave it a go and gave it a chance.
You said that about Elder Ring, and look how that turned out.
We haven't even tried that yet.
I know.
And just the amount of effort that went into creating this, 3 full 1-hour movies were created to do this. But then in addition to that, the meta stuff was all the behind the scenes rehearsals, table rehearsals, script read-throughs, auditions.
Right.
I mean, everything that would go into making a movie is within this game, and
They made 3 movies basically.
Well, they made more than 3 movies because obviously the actors had to then play the actors who were in the films in the movies.
They made 3 movies and then made small mini movies about making those 3 movies.
Right.
Correct. So there's so much work went into doing this.
Yeah.
Honestly, I cannot urge anyone enough to play.
You know
this
what
game.
else goes into a lot of work? Every video game.
There is,
true.
There is, but I think when you've got even the way that they had to structure the search thing, where you had to click on an item in one scene to take you through to another scene, but they said even those weren't randomized. Those items that you had to click on. Oh yeah, there's a lot of sex in the movie, by the way. If you want a bit of sex,
now you got my attention.
You want a bit of blue? There's plenty of that going on in this movie because it is also about. It is also about how Hollywood exploits female actresses and, misogynistic stuff.
No, they don't.
That's not how Hollywood functions. What are you talking about?
They're all fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Sam Barlow is the creator of this, and it's just truly brilliant.
People love the Sam Barlows.
It's a bit of, this is a video game that is art. I can safely say this game is art rather than just a video game.
It's a true representation of what is it's one of these games what is a game? What is a game now?
Yeah, it is.
But also, no other platform could do something like this.
No, you could not have this on, say, Netflix. Although Netflix have actually got it. By the way, they've produced.
All right, just
they published the mobile. They published the mobile version of it.
Oh, the mobile version, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's published by Netflix.
But it's a game. You know what I mean? It's
so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't recommend it enough. But so there you go. We're done. For
there you go. So to recap,
of the year, people.
To recap, my number 5 was Power Wash Simulator. Number 4, Plague's Tale Requiem. 3, Marvel Snap. Number 2, Vampire Survivors. Number 1, God of War Ragnarok. You guys go. Duke.
My 5 was Lost Ark. 4, Hook 2. 3, Need for Speed Unbound. 2, Patrick's Parabox. 1, Dinkum.
And my 5 were Stray, Return to Monkey Island, As Dusk Falls, Life is Strange, True Colours, and Immortality. By the way, I think this is the first year where we haven't had any overlaps. Where there's none of us, where none of us have the same.
Yeah, it's true.
None of our top 5. A Plague's Tale Requiem was on one of your funny categories, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's none of our top 5s.
That's incredible. Right. That's incredible.
I think that's the first year when that's happened.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Right.
Yeah.
We have got some quick emails and one
quick emails.
So we can do those.
Let's do it.
Like postcards.
Let's do it.
Quick emails, right? Get it? Right.
Wow, that was 2 sound clips on top of each other. That's too much. Okay, first email this evening
I should
is
do 3 then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, Nigel Strutt, who says preposterous 7 out of 52. So here we go.
Okay.
So last week I sensed a weakening in your resolve and a slight change to the ground rules that I'm using to prove that space travel is worth it.
Okay.
I realize that you now want to change the rules to items discovered in space that benefit humankind, and I will come to this later in the year. But number 7 is athletic shoes. Nike Air trainers were pitched by a NASA engineer and came about as a result of spacesuit design. Now, I grant you that the shoes weren't discovered ready-made in space, but without the space industries, this tech wouldn't have come about for many more years. Spurty strutty. I kind of dispute that. I think trainers were designed way before that for running.
Everything.
I think running trainers were designed way before any space travel. There were people, Chariots of Fire, for instance, they would have had some sort of running shoe, even if it wasn't a Nike Air or whatever. So, there you go. That's
well, I don't think the point is that we wouldn't have trainers. The point is that it provided with some important advancements.
Okay. Right, okay, well, we'll see what
the best you're ever going to get, man. Thank you for
not
trying.
A good one. That's not
you have to know that the best you're ever going to get is...
Okay. The next email is off Lou Mortensen, who says, here are his games of 2022.
Is it Lewis?
Okay.
Is it Lewis?
Yeah, Lewis Mortensen. Hello, veterans. Just send an email about the games I have finished this year. I have finished 8 games in 2022, which is a personal record. Only one of them released this year, but I have a huge backlog, so I'm not buying new games until I'm ready to play them. But here are my personal top 5 of 2022.
Okay.
We're ready.
Number 5, Mass Effect 2.
Bam.
I also finished the other 2 games. I like the enemies and loyalty missions in ME2 better than the other games. My favourite mission in the series is Shore Leave, which is fucking brilliant. In ME3 because of the firefight with the whole crew, but I dislike the Cerberus enemies throughout the game. Still annoyed by the Council. Fuck the Council, they can eat Reaper tentacles.
Okay.
Number 4, Dragon Quest 9S.
And you've lost us, Lewis. You've lost
First DQ game I have finished. Seems like a lot of fan service was that which I wasn't really fussed about. It's a cheerful game, a fun place to run around and questing. I enjoyed my time with it.
Yeah.
Number 3, Skyrim.
Hey!
I finally finished.
Sorry, wait, hang on. Sorry.
main
No,
quest.
you can't. No one ever finishes Skyrim. You're never really done with it.
Never.
There's always more to do. Yeah.
These days, Skyrim is kind of dated, janky, and really ugly.
Correct.
Oh, it was dated, janky, and well, it wasn't ugly, but it's dated and janky when it came out.
But it's still somehow compelling.
Oh,
So
so
there you go.
compelling.
Number 2, Norco.
I've heard
Norco
about
was-
this
We
game.
all, you two dissed it. I thought it was okay.
Did I diss it? Did I diss it?
Yeah, we played it. We all played it. That
Did
was
we?
one of our Play My Game, bitch.
Did we?
Yeah, it was. It was a point-and-click
Yes, we
adventure
did.
game. We did.
Well, I don't know if you played it, but I know I did.
The only game which released this year, quite the trip. I love the pixel art and attitude in Norco. A unique experience in gaming which made me wonder about the other choices I could have made during my playthrough.
Yeah, well.
And his number 1 is Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
Hey.
boy.
Everybody knows
You
why
got
this
something
game
for
is
everyone
good.
on this list. Well done.
At this point, the Assassin's Creed Japan, I'm happy we never got because it wouldn't have even measured up to this game. The first game I've ever considered doing a new game plus in. But for 2023, I'm starting out with The Witcher 3. Oh, so good. Into space with the Slawmancer. I don't even know what that is when I need something lighter. Hope everyone in the community has a great year. Lou Mortison. So thank you very much, Lou. Okay, next one is off Tainted Brain in the chat this week. I was going to say this year.
Yay,
this
Tainted
week.
Brain.
Games of the year. Hey, veterans of gaming lifestyle. Hope you and your families are all well. That time of year again when everyone is pushing their game of the years, and well, you guessed it, here goes mine.
Good.
All right.
I've not played, let alone completed many games this year, moving house and apparently spending about 400 hours in one game kind of sort of makes it difficult to experience more. By the way, 400 hours, that's from Sony. It's got to be wrong, doesn't it? So that's what his timer says on his PS5 or 4 or whatever. That he's played this particular game for 400 hours. But these will be the games I played this year rather than when they were released. Number 5, best online multiplayer, Fortnite. More specifically, the Zero Build mode. It's just great fun. Mechanics-wise, it feels like a lighter version of COD and definitely easier to pick up and play around. And it's free. I have not spent a penny. Number 4, best mobile game, Florence. Sorry, not Snap. Florence is basically just a click along to get through the story. Only a few hours long, but the story was good. Learning to be an independent and accepting yourself. Shooter, I've played and finished this. It's great. It's really, really good. So I totally recommend it. Number 3, Shady Part of Me. We've all played it. A game with great atmosphere and isn't afraid to have a story left open to interpretation. The game was a real surprise for me, not least as it was a surprise gift. Thanks, Duke. Really love this.
Yeah.
Number 2.
You're welcome.
So this is the only game on this list I haven't finished. I'm still playing it, but at 100 levels, it may take me a while. That game is old. It has simple graphics, and I'm not sure what to make of the story so far, but it is being told very well, and that game is Thomas Was Alone. I really love just playing the level every so often.
Yeah, I agree. It's a very good game.
And the number 1, Danny Wallace, isn't it? Isn't it Danny Wallace who does the voice?
Danny Wallace, yep.
Yep, Danny Wallace. Number 1, Elden Ring, 400 hours in, and I'm still not midway through
400 hours?
400
Are you
hours.
fucking shitting my dick?
I think maybe his PS5's counting it wrong, but who knows?
400 fucking hours.
400 hours. I just keep wandering around exploring, and I love it. There is just so much to explore and find, but the main issue I have with this game is that there is so much to explore and find. I'm not a soul type of gamer, but this game has really caught me. Playing the game on PS5, so no easy mode for me. Award for game to avoid that I played in last year goes to Toem. Like having a really long, crappy to-do list.
Never heard of it. Or
No, I haven't heard of it. Thanks all. I hope you're having a great day, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
And final email this evening is from Darren Sim, and he says, "Evening, guys. So I was thinking of the two big games I played in 2022, and it's also the 2 games you have been talking about in recent shows, which are God of War and Elden Ring. I was thinking about Stu playing Elden Ring on an easier mode, and as I played the 2 games, I put a lot of hours into each platform to get a platinum on both, so he's platinum both of these. I came to the conclusion that I actually found God of War to be harder of the 2.
Wow.
The last two bosses post game for me were the most frustrating, and I think the reason is that if I struggle in Elden Ring, I could just go away and get stronger, or find a different weapon, or summon another player in. But with God of War, after all my gear was at max, I was limited to and had to rely on my ability to defeat them. One actually took me a whole morning and afternoon to kill.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, it was just a thought I wanted to share. I also wanted to share that I played a game over Christmas called Little Big Workshop that Duke might like. And
yeah, I'm also. This. Well, no, I have it on my wish list. I haven't played it, but yeah.
And I'm also halfway through a book I got myself for Christmas, Slaughterhouse 5. I was wondering if any of you guys had read it, as I don't know what to make of it, really, as it's something I wasn't expecting. Cheers, guys, and all the best for 2023. No, I haven't read Slaughterhouse 5.
I haven't read.
So I am sorry.
Yeah, sorry, can't help you with that one. Nope, I have not. Oh, wait. Sorry. Slaughterhouse 5, the Kurt Vonnegut novel.
I don't know. I've never read it.
Slaughterhouse 5.
I'm guessing.
Yes.
No,
okay.
I've never read it.
Well, no. I just want to make sure I have the title right. For some reason, I was thinking it's like a horror comic book. Yeah, Slaughterhouse 5 is a Kurt Vonnegut novel. It's great. It's wonderful. What's the question?
He said he doesn't know what to make of it. Yeah, he doesn't want to make of it. So
well, I mean, it's weird. I think that one of the most important things in the book is, well, I think there's 2 important things. One's at the beginning, one's at the end. You know, his friend's wife says, you're going to make another book about war that basically glorifies it. And he's like, that's not my intention. And she's like, okay, well, let's see. And he tries, I think he really earnestly tries to make a book about war that doesn't glorify war, which is really hard to do. All Quiet on the Western Front's another really good example of one that doesn't do it. Yeah, and then at the end, you know, they're talking about how Billy Pilgrim sees time, and he's strapped to the flat car, and he's strapped down on this car, and it's going by, and all he can see, he's got this pipe that's connected to his eye, and he can only see what goes by, you know, outside the windows of the flat car. And he said, well, that's life. And then he gets to see it from outside the, you know, our usual 4 dimensions, and he gets to a better understanding of life. It's the absurdity of war, the absurdity of life, and then like stepping back to see it all at once. I love it. I think it's a great book.
There you go. Right, we have one speak pipe, and then we need to get the hell out of here.
Yes, we do, and yes, we do.
Pipe! It's the way to leave a message for us.
This is from Anonymous. We have no idea who it's from. Let's have a listen.
Hey, Duke, Stu, and Chinny, it's Dave Ernsberger again.
I think it's from Dave Ernsberger.
An American calling you from England. Following up on the Death Stranding conversation. So, hey, really appreciate your open-minded reaction to my defense of Death Stranding, especially from Duke. What a credit you are to podcasting and teaching, too. It really
that's right.
Really reaffirmed my belief in the integrity of what's going on here and what you're doing. I wasn't sure what to expect, and thank you for the really open-minded conversation, which I really enjoyed.
Damn right.
I wanted to call in and say Chinny's commentary around...
No. Go back to talking about how awesome I am.
Me being probably both a very nice man and a Hideo Kojima fanboy absolutely cracked me up. I was doing that thing, walking around with my headphones on, laughing to myself, walking down the street, getting all kinds of funny looks. I just want to let you know I probably don't qualify as either one. The nice man part I'll leave aside, but I've only really played 2 Kojima games, Metal Gear Solid 5 and Death Stranding, and I can definitely appreciate what Kojima is trying to do. And I like it when it lands, but I also see where the work gets off the rails, and he probably needs a good editor, which is a massive problem. Also, I'm just feeling the crushing responsibility of having picked your Play My Game bitch. Can't wait to see if you liked it or not. Really don't know what to expect. I agree that enjoying the loop itself is a very subjective thing. I would say if you got to the first Central Knot City in the end of the prologue and had that music play as you came down the hill, battled your first BT, and really didn't like it, you probably won't. So I can't wait to hear what you thought. Thanks, guys.
So just a heads up about that. First of all, we didn't do it this week because we, I hope you weren't holding out for it. We decided that the Game of the Year discussion was going to take the whole show, so we decided
which
to
it pretty much has,
week,
to be fair.
Which pretty much has. And we realized it's only on the PC Game Pass. So I won't have any problem with this because I play all my games on PC these days.
And I won't.
I think these two ass clowns could play it on their PCs, but
no, I can just stream. I can just cloud stream it on my Steam Deck, so that's not a problem.
Okay, great. However you choose to play it is fine. I'm just saying the fact that it's not on console Game Pass should not prevent you from playing it.
No, Chinny can do it as well. He just doesn't want to. You know what I mean?
Well,
He's
we'll
just
see. It's not decided yet. We'll find out.
I want to see if it's on the PlayStation Game Pass thing first.
Oh, okay. It might be. Okay. It might be, actually.
Because I'd rather play it on there than the PC.
Okay.
Well,
we will play it for next week. Well, I will anyway. I can't promise anything from these other two fellas. Yeah.
And I will play. I'll play it again. I've already played it once, but I'll play it again.
He'll play it again.
I'll play it again. I'll play it again. Play it again, my game bitch.
So we got to play that for next week, right? Next week we
Indeed we are.
Next week.
Right.
Stranding, people.
It is time to
go. It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Let's do some shout outs.
Yeah. Tainted Brain, thank you for loving what I love. Everybody should love what I love. And whoever else said that Skyrim's awesome. Yes, you're right. It is. Amen. And thanks to Stu for recommending Elden Ring. Thanks to Chinny for taking care of the video stuff this week. He does every week, but I think it was especially tricky this week because there was so much switching of things. Yeah, everybody listening, everybody watching, everybody who wrote in, the Michael Jenjengowitz, who sent the speak pipe. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry.
Dave Ernsberger.
Right, him, Dave Ernsberger. And shout out to the Duchess because she's making chili tonight. Yum,
Ooh,
chili.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Chinny, go for it.
Yeah. So shout out to Tainted Brain, always contributing. Brian, always contributing.
Always.
You know, Darren Sim, David Ernsberger's. I don't know if it's Ernsberger or Ernsberger's, but I love the name.
It's more funny to say Ernsberger.
And I always worry when I go off on one that I'm going to offend anyone. So the fact that he was walking around laughing is fun.
Yeah.
Good. Fraser Moore, Ian W. just sent her. She wasn't in the chat, but I'll just share her anyway.
Yeah, why not?
Lewis Mortensen, Luke Rooney, and Sean Teal. Soul Brother and Pillar of Soft as well. We're all here. today.
I'm gonna shout out Nigel Strutt, right? Because
the Strutt
I
Master
know he's
General.
trying to convince me. He's trying to convince me that space travel has a material benefit. Okay. I've just got to admire his persistence. You know, he's got a lot of these things to go. At some point, maybe one's gonna stick. Maybe one's gonna stick.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath, Nigel, but it is admirable of you to keep trying.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the next one. Maybe it's going to be the one.
I'm trying to convince my waste paper basket over there to massage my feet. I think we're going to have
maybe
success
more
at
chance,
about the same
chance.
amount of time.
Indeed. And that's it. So I guess we need to get the hell out of here. So goodbye,
Thanks for
all,
listening, everybody.
I'm a potato.
Go to VGHub.net.
Yep.
Wow.
Zip it down. Zip it down.
Television set, go and do something less boring instead. Sitting at home, watch TV. Very love's no good to me. Why don't you?
Really? What else did you want to discuss?
There you go.
Man, my head is hurting.
Maybe people should think before they speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe they should. Maybe they should.
Maybe they should.
Right.
All right.
I've got to go because I've got to get up for work in the morning, so I'll be up at 5:30.
Dokie.
So thank you guys.
Right.
I think it was a good show, and I will speak to you both next week.
All right. Have a good night,
See
y'all.
you later.
See you
Night,
later.
all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.